It's never mind.
Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Tonight it's Jake's game, so take it away, Jake. I'm gonna put my green curry on my rice.
All right. Well, I'll take it away. But when we last left our party, 1 second.
Adventurers, you might say.
Yeah, you might. Well, you might say that. But whatever they are, when we last left the group of people who the story is following, whatever you
Strahd
addressed
Squad.
them as,
We're called the
Strahd Squad. That's actually.
Oh my
that's
god,
actually
I love
good.
that.
Too bad it's not going to last much longer.
Well,
When we last left them, they accepted an invitation from the unbeknownst to most of the populace, Vampire Lord of Barovia, who personally invited you and this woman that he's trying to get with and turn into a vampire. He invited you all to come to his castle and have dinner, and you guys thought that sounded like a swell idea, and you had machination of this awesome plan where you were gonna like illusion and pretend to be her, and then you got there and you were like, you know what, let's just go right in. And you walked right in to dinner, and Strahd was there, and he talked to you for a few minutes, and then revealed, after you ate and drank all of his delicious food he left out for you, revealed he was an illusion and vanished in thin air with a gust of wind that knocked out all of the torches and slammed shut all of the doors and raised the drawbridge and shut the portcullis, which you could hear shutting from all the way in the castle. So now you are in pitch darkness. The only ones who can see are Soe, Erevan, and Biggie. Arabelle and Irina and Vanya are all completely blind. And Biggie decided this was the time to turn invisible and start exploring Strahd's castle. So, with that very short summary recap, we go to Biggie, who is now at a spiral staircase and deciding whether to go up or down. But I think, based on the positioning of the token, he decided to climb up the stairs, was what I last heard. But
I would like to follow about 10 feet behind him, and every time he's moving and walking, I continue the doop-be-doop. I just follow him around again. Otherwise, if he stops, I stop. And then if he goes, I pick up afterwards.
that way, if anyone hey, that's actually a good idea. If anyone sees someone, they're going to be clearly drawn to you, who's walking visibly and making noise, and he's going to be they're going to be like, hey, you, and go to stop you, and he can just sneak past.
Anyways, after I do that for about 4 seconds, then I chuckle and stop and go back.
You realize, like, before he gets out the door, you're like, yeah, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on actually doing it for long.
If anyone did want to follow behind him, we're basically going to use line of sight rules. So if he walks into someone's line of sight, so he has to make stealth checks to move silently. If you guys are walking with him, or basically pretend he's not there, you guys would have to make stealth checks at the same intervals that he does. So if something were alerted to you, then it would come to investigate, and it may or may not find him based on his stealth check. If you are in sight of something that he could potentially sneak past, they will immediately see you. So if he walks around a corner and there's a guy standing there, but he's made his stealth check, they won't see him. If you turn that same corner and you're visible, there's no stealth check. They're going to see you. They're standing right there. So as far as that goes, he has the advantage of being invisible, but does still have to make stealth checks. If you guys want to follow behind him, you can do so at a safe distance, still making stealth checks, but you need to stay out of sight. So whatever you guys want to do with that. I'm not going to do any stupid single role play with just him in a silent room, because that's boring, but your characters do not see anything that's going on with him. So you can't just suddenly decide to rush up and, hey, it seems like a good time to help him, unless he shouts something.
I decided to start making the doopy-doopy sound again for a second, and then I stopped.
Okay.
All right, who's following him? Are all of us following him? Who's going to go?
Fine.
Oh, you're using Animes, or one of those programs, aren't you?
Who?
Nope, it's an animation. Never mind, forget me.
What? What are you looking at?
Huh?
Nothing. I'm good.
Okay.
Totally looked like somebody who was just I'm yeah.
Okay, so yeah, McGee's like, oh, doo-ba-doo, I'm just gonna walk around the mansion. But I mean, the drawbridge was closed behind us, so we probably can't just straight up walk back out the entrance. If you guys would rather explore that area first, then we can. But McGee is currently invisible, and so he can be a pretty good scout in case we want to try down a path. And then if we see a whole bunch of monsters, maybe we want to turn back and go the other way, and Biggie might be able to do that secretly. So if one of you guys wants to like lead the directions that we go, then Biggie could just scout ahead, but he doesn't have to decide which way we go. It's up to you guys.
Oh. Okay. Oh, Biggie, come here. Listen.
And it lasts an hour. He's invisible for a good hour, so this is it doesn't break unless he attacks or casts a spell. So as long as we avoid battle, he's good.
Biggie, are you seriously intending on going deeper into Strahd's castle?
How do you know this is deeper? How do you know that there's not some like escape hatch on the roof or something?
Oh my god. Why would there be an escape? You know what? I don't care. That's blatantly a terrible idea. What we should be doing first is trying to find a way out of here that isn't going more into the depths of a vampire's freaking castle, man. I think we should go, like, look around, you know.
Okay, fine. So you want to go back towards the door? Doo-ba-doo-doo-doo. Fine, let's go this way then.
Yes, that's all I want to do.
Come here, Archie. I don't know how that owl sounds. I think it's kind of like that, though. Okay, so Biggie's going to walk into this room. What does he see?
What's
Oh, geez. Roll initiative. So much for that level 2 spell slot.
I got my actual book here, so I just have to flip.
You have my actual book here.
I have the actual book here instead of PDF. So it's easier to hold my page and flip between them. Since apparently there's going to be a lot of that.
Well, I still want to know what's up those stairs. But we can come back here first and see that the door is locked.
So you step into this, 40 by 40 foot room, with the cobwebs and the gargoyles and, the 4 pillars and just a moment.
I wonder if gargoyles can see invisible.
What's your stealth modifier?
Oh, 1 second. +2, untrained.
Okay. You step into the room. All of the torches have gone out, and the door to the left, where you came in from, is shut.
Huh. I don't want to try to open that door. You want me to try to open that door? Is that what you want me to do?
No one's. Is there? Are they following you?
Oh shoot.
Hold on. Okay. The front door is closed. I don't know if it's locked or not, but I'm afraid that if I touch that handle that those gargoyles are going to attack me or something. They look pretty creepy. And I don't want to be in that room alone. So either come in there with me or let's go upstairs or something.
Alright. You know, Biggie, for once in your life, you might be right about that. You know, considering there was like there were 4 statues of gargoyles, and the possibility, the very real possibility that they can come to life, I think I'll take my chances with the stairs.
Okay, cool. All right, well, follow behind me, but leave like 10 feet.
Okay, I know we're exploring the castle, but do we have a specific purpose we're trying to accomplish here besides just exploring it?
Escape?
Exit. Yeah, we're looking for a way out,
Oh,
and maybe we can open the front door, but we just feel like something bad's gonna happen, and before we do that, we're just looking at other options.
yeah, definitely. Never use the front door if there's a back one. Applies to real life too.
So as far as what you're doing here, escape is probably the top priority for you at the moment because you know how powerful this guy is, how huge and horrifying this castle could be. However, something that you might consider while you're here, or if you do end up coming back, would be finding weaknesses, finding people who may be trapped here and helping them, discovering secrets. A lot of people don't come here, so
Treasure.
this not that this
treasure.
finding treasure. Not to say this would be the time to do it, because I mean you're not super strong right now. But when you're in the castle, those are some of the things you would be looking to do. Finding secret entrances. So if you decide to come back, you can go through the entrance instead of straight through the front door. There's a lot of things you could do while you're here. Not to say you should or can do all of them, but if you had an interest in exploring, those would be your goals. So pretty much like any dungeon crawl, you would be exploring for the sake of exploring. It might be better to have more information and more strength first, but if you do explore, those are kind of your aims, other than just finding a way out.
Okay, because I for some reason had in my mind that we were looking for something here before we left. I don't know why, but okay.
Well, there might be something here that we don't know we're looking for, or that we might come across.
Okay.
Yeah, potentially. But this is something. This is like there's a good video game analogy for this, but like this is where we come. Like we'll come back to the end dungeon multiple times, and each time we do, we'll explore different areas, have different goals, uncover different things, and then eventually we come back with like all of the power armor and all the super swords and all the magic spells and all of our levels, and then we just blast Strahd away once we have like a plan for that. But yeah, we're gonna actually come back here multiple times and uncover little bits. Or we'll just die.
I'm good.
More likely, we're just going to die.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so I think everyone's following behind me, but keeping a good pace. Can someone that can see in the dark, like, guide the blind people? Sorry, I'm eating Thai food while I'm talking.
Oh, that sounds so good.
It is good. Later on, I'll tell you why I'm having Thai food. So I'm gonna go up the
That's a
stairs.
good idea.
Up the stairs. All right. So what I'm gonna do is everyone needs to be paying attention to where their characters are positioned. I think you have control of the NPCs, but you don't have to actually move all of them. You can just tell me how they want to be positioned. We don't have to move them. We can just assume they're wherever you... If you want to say they follow 10 feet behind me at all times, you don't have to actually keep them moved. However, as for the player characters, where you are is where you are. So if McGee says, I walk forward across this very obvious spike pit or something, and Zoe is 50 feet behind, then as McGee falls into the spike pit, Zoe is 50 feet behind. So you guys are moving your tokens in real time. That doesn't mean like the second you drag a token over something, I'm going to go, aha! But, try to keep your positioning fairly up to date. And McGee,
You got it, Chief.
oh, go ahead.
Could you update the characters Could you just mark them as blind, the ones that have no night vision?
Yeah. Are you guys not having any light spells or torches or anything?
I have night
what do you
vision.
guys
I
think?
didn't think about it.
Right now, if anyone without night vision, Vanya, Arabelle, and Arena, I think it's those three, have no night vision, so they're all completely blind right now. So that means that if they try to make an attack or cast a spell, they have disadvantage. They might not be able to heal us. Healing word, I think it says one target you can see. If she can't see you, she can't heal you. So, but someone probably has a light spell or like a light cantrip.
Vanya does.
Okay, so she could cast it and light up, but then that is going to alert people farther away. So if she's going to have light, so either you guys stay right with them and guide them while they're blind and be ready to cast light, or you could just cast light, but just make sure you stay far enough behind, because if Begee's invisible, but monsters or anyone sees a light coming up a stairs out of darkness, it might give us away.
Well, I can see in the dark. I'll keep them in line, go in the right direction. If I see one of them going the wrong way or walking off to the side, I'll go nudge them and whisper just a little bit, let them know back. So I'll keep an eye on them.
Okay, cool.
All right. So up the stairs.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm sorry, I was reading a thing. What did you say about light? You were talking to the party there, so I was waiting for you to tell me what you're doing. Where's the light?
No light at the moment.
Okay.
I'm walking as close to the three, or the ones that can't see, walking as close to them as I can, and I'm going to nudge them back in the right direction or something if they're going the wrong way, since I can see where they're going.
Why don't you do one of you guys in front of the NPCs and one behind, like Aravan right behind me, and so we bring up the rear.
Yeah, I'll bring up the rear. I'll go.
Stay right
Sorry.
behind.
So
But I hate this so much. Just letting everybody know.
I know where we haven't moved, so it's kind of close quarters right now, but how are you guys spacing? I'm assuming you're not standing directly behind Biggie, who is invisible and trying to stealth forward. How far back are you guys keeping? How long are you waiting? Things like that.
I'm gonna keep a constant pace of around 10 feet.
Move yourself 10
Behind
feet
Biggie.
back then.
Alright.
Move yourself physically where you actually want to be. Like, we might be going up these stairs, and then it triggers a trap, and then it starts initiative. And then if Jake's like, okay, now position your characters, well, now we know what's going on. So just always try to have your characters exactly where you want to be.
If you were wondering which company would help
Cool.
electric vehicles go mainstream, look no.
So Biggie is the only one at the moment going up the stairs. So I will go ahead and move you, and then the party can't really see Biggie, so I guess you guys are kind of going at a pace. What's your guys' strategy for when he goes up the stairs? Because he's being completely quiet. How are you going to know whether you want to turn the corner or not?
I'm going to peek my eye out really carefully, and just to glance down the hall. The only part they could see was that corner of my face.
But they still see you.
Possibly.
Okay.
Are you saying they would see me even though I'm just poking out a little bit? Because if that's the case,
You could make an active stealth check at that point, which I'm rolling movement stealth checks behind the scenes right now.
Yeah.
But if you're peeking out from behind a thing and there might be a person there who sees you, you can make an active stealth check to see if you can peek out just a little bit and then back in quickly enough before they spot you. But
you could count to 20, or you could wait 1 minute and then go up, and this is when message would be really helpful, but none of us have message.
there's never been a reason to take it. Okay, crap. Would I possibly have a better chance if I did something like, counted to 10, like you said, but then I just poked a mirror an inch?
If anything comes into view of a creature, you are no longer stealthing, you are revealing yourself to that creature. But
Okay.
I would allow you to, if you're just trying to take a peek, I'd allow you to make an active stealth check to see if you can do that action quickly enough and smoothly enough that they don't see or hear you. But you're
Okay.
technically no longer covered and they can see you.
I am still going up the stairs. I gotta look where Big E's at, and I'll make my character there in a second.
Yep, so that's what I was asking. He's going up the stairs. How are you deciding when you go up the stairs?
was
He
gonna wait.
rounds the corner and disappears. What do you do at that point?
I was gonna count to 10, and
Okay.
then I was gonna try and poke my eye, like, just barely in and get a glance.
In where? In up the stairs? It's a
Yeah,
spiral
or the
staircase.
hall, whichever spot.
Okay, so 10 seconds after Big E climbs the stairs, you're going to climb to the top of the stairs, peek around down the hallway of the stairs.
I'm gonna go up at a slow pace, so that I hopefully don't accidentally bump into Big E. But
Oh,
I'm gonna
say
walk
12
slow.
seconds.
Try to.
Say 12 seconds, and then it's just 2 rounds behind. That way, if we start initiative, you're 2 rounds behind, and yeah, let's do it that way. And then Big E gets like 2 movement speeds before he comes up.
Okay, I can. I
Or-
use counting to 12 and peeking slightly.
So if you don't hear back from Big E, then you're going to assume it's safe to move forward, move up, but you're still going to peek out cautiously. So Big E, if you see something and you need to
Yeah,
alert
I'll
them to
haul ass
not follow
backwards.
you've got 2 rounds before they're coming up behind you. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's good. But
Or
if
does
say
anybody? Is 12 seconds what we want? Do either of you want it longer or shorter? Anyone? Okay,
Okay,
12
let's say-
seconds it is.
Let's say 3 rounds.
Okay. So Big E will ascend the stairs and around the corner, and I will describe what happens there. And we're not going to be an initiative, but you basically get 3 rounds of deciding what to do before you have to either go back and tell them to stop or before they ascend the stairs. Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I will snap the camera to where you guys are. Yet we already determined how they're going to be positioned. I'll move them up as appropriate. Until then, we can just leave them at the bottom. So Big E
I'm gonna use
ascends
Mage
the
Hand.
staircase.
I'm gonna use Mage Hand as my message. So you guys are gonna see a purple hand come running down the
Casting a
stairs
spell.
on its
Cancel
2
this.
fingers. Huh? Oh crap!
Casting a spell.
Oh, you're right. Oh, I couldn't
Um,
do
what?
that.
Let me
I
see.
could
I bet it's concentration too. I bet I couldn't even do that.
So Mage Hand is not concentration. It lasts for 1 minute, and you can move it as an action. So if you'd like to
Nah.
cast the hand before you climb the stairs and then invis, no?
What? Oh, wait,
you
wait,
can have
hold
the
on.
hand waiting just around the corner behind.
Yeah.
Wait,
and
1
it's
minute?
waiting,
That's 10
and then you get, and
rounds.
then you do
1
Mage
minute.
Hand. Mage Hand does a thumbs up or a thumbs down, depending upon whether you command
Yep.
it safely. How's that sound?
Oh my god.
So,
Yeah.
okay, so but it's
So
only
if
a
you
30
need to
it's
tell
only a
us to
30 foot
stop-
range. It's
If
only
you
a
need to
30
like
foot
tell us
range.
to stop or do
No, that's-
something else,
yeah,
you
yeah.
just make the Mage Hand point the obvious thing we're trying to do. You want us to do.
Mage Hand doesn't have to
Uh,
roll a stealth check. It's a Mage Hand.
Yeah, but
Just
it
keep it 30
vanishes.
feet behind you.
It vanishes if it's more than 30 feet away, so it's not.
Yeah,
that exciting.
you'll keep it within
Mhm.
30 feet. You move 30 and then move the hand 30.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So it's 30 feet behind, and it's a signal for 10 rounds.
Awesome.
Okay, I walk up the stairs, and there's
So
in fact
now-
more stairs.
So we know that we can walk up to where the hand is now safely, just a few feet from it, and wait for the signal to move up again. That's where we're at. I'm waiting at the hand now.
No,
Alright,
Okay.
me too.
there's a door. I'm gonna test it.
Yep, so let me look and see if there's a description here.
I'm invisible, so they're gonna think it's just the wind. Whoever's in there.
Oh yeah, the door is shut. If there's any description of the actual door. You know what? The door is cracked open just a little bit. Just enough that you can see there is torchlight flickering in the room. And enough that if there was a breeze that comes from like the dust, the what do you call it, the what's the
Window?
word for like an area that's got like a crack in it and there's like a breeze seeping through.
Drafty?
Hidden passage.
Drafty, yeah, the drafty staircase. So like if a breeze rolls through the drafty staircase and opens the door, it wouldn't be that much of a surprise. So if there's anyone in there, they wouldn't necessarily, like you said, it's just the wind. Especially if you say it's just the wind. But yeah, so you do see torchlight flickering from inside the door. You don't hear anything, but the door is cracked open a little bit if you wanted to open it and not make it painfully obvious that the door handle is turning.
Yes. Well, since my equipment is invisible as well, I'd like to use my steel mirror to peek around the corner. My mirror should be invisible, but I can still see it, right?
No, you can't see your invisible mirror. I had to think about that for a second.
But it's my equipment, so like.
Yes, you're right,
I mean,
and it is invisible because it's your equipment.
Shit. Okay. I do that anyway.
You can't cast scrolls either.
I hold out my mirror and then I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh shit, my mirror's invisible. Okay, so
it's also it's not cracked enough to reach a hand in. If you push it, it will like it's a crack. It's like, you know how you try to shut the door, but like the frame is like swollen and it doesn't shut all the way. It's like that. Like it is for all intents and purposes it's shut, but the wind could push it open, or a cat.
Okay, you know how a firefighter has to open a door by like stomping on the middle of the door, like by the door handle? I do that and I scream, "Raffle stomp!"
All right, the door bursts open.
I slowly open the door stealthily as I can to peek inside. Probably that one.
Let's roll a dice and see. Oh, I won't waste it. So here's the question though. Do you slowly peek it open, or do you push it open like a breeze would enough that it's going to open all the way? Because it might look a little suspicious if it opens a little bit and then opens a little bit more. Are you wanting to just have it open?
Performance check, yeah. I try to swing it open, but
depending on how complicated.
Subtly.
If you want to like peek it open just a little bit, I'll let you do that for free. If you want to like push it with the gentleness of the wind and have it open all the way, then yeah, you can make a dexterity performance check.
I want one. Ooh, nice. I want one good open that does not open it all the way, like just enough that I can get a good look, and that it might not even attract attention. Okay, dexterity is +2, and I am proficient in performance, so that's going to be +2 more. So that's going to be a +4. Added to my roll of 10, 14.
All right. So you kind of do this little motion with your body. You're like listening and feeling the wind in the hallway, and you move along with the wind, kind of trying to match the velocity of it. And the door slowly creaks on its old rusted hinges as it opens and reveals a room in front of you. At the other end of the room, there is a door with. there's a door depicting Strahd jacking off, but not himself. Adjacent to, on either side of the door are 2 flickering orange torches. Dusty scrolls and tomes line the walls of this room. More scrolls and books lie scattered on the floor. Around 4 heavy wooden chests. Oh, wait. Sorry. I hate commas. I was trying to read it like more casually. More scrolls and books lie scattered on the floor. Around 4 heavy wooden chests fitted with sturdy iron lock. So there's those are going to be these and these. 4 heavy wooden chests with sturdy iron lock. There's a typo. It says sturdy iron locks.
Doesn't that
the
bother
only
you?
Yes. Maybe it's fixed in the update version. The only unobstructed floor space is directly in front of the doors on the east and west walls. So basically, like, this whole floor of this room is covered in books, and it looks like when someone pushed the door open, it just like shoved a path through all these dusty books and tome, like a room filled with like soda cans or something, and you got to push the door through it, and it makes like a wave shape in the soda cans. And in the center of all this clutter, what?
Biggie is very familiar with that sort of a room.
Exactly. Except his tissues. In the center of this cluster stands a great black desk. A figure crouches atop a tall stool, scratching on a seemingly endless scroll of paper with a dry quill pen. Nearby, a tasseled rope hangs from a hole in the ceiling. This figure looks like a wrinkled old man with a balding head and only has hair on the side of his head. It's gray, and his eyes sag with age, but he's dressed pretty nicely. He's got like a ruffled shirt and a vest on, and he's sitting there with one hand on his face and the other hand just kind of mechanically writing on this endless scroll in front of him. He looks up at the door as you creak it open, and he goes, grumble, 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 wind, and continues scratching and pays no mind.
Okay. Can I get any kind of a check against him to see, like, is he like a human, or is he some kind of a monster-looking thing, or is he like some kind of a figure that I might know is, oh, this is the scribe of Strahd? Is there any knowledge check that could give me any, or insight check, or anything to figure out like who he is or what he's doing?
I will let you make an investigation check. There's not really a whole lot of knowledge you could know about the castle. It's not like not only have you not really had an opportunity to know very much, but also information about the castle is kind of secret anyway, so it's not like people are going to go, oh yeah. So except for like obvious common knowledge stuff. But you can make an investigation check if you enter the room and kind of look around a little more.
Okay, I want to do that.
Okay. You must be inside the room in order to make any sort of further observations.
No. Careful. Can I
All
step
right.
inside the room without opening the door more?
Yeah, it's open straight. So like, see if I can add a drawing.
Okay.
Oh wow, there's a color picker. You can pick any color.
Yeah.
I thought there was only like a palette. Raw. Why? It's open like that. So wide enough that anyone can step in or out pretty safely. And yeah, it opens the way that you're walking, so conveniently.
Okay, investigation check.
Yep.
Okay, 7.
As you look around the room, the writing on the books and scrolls seems mostly uninteresting to you. Nothing of value seems to peek out. You look around and you can't really see much of the person, the creature. His lower body is mostly covered by the desk, and he's sitting there scratching on his scroll, but you can't see much behind the desk. But it does seem like there is a behind the desk.
Oh. Okay. How close can I get before I have to roll another stealth check?
You're invisible and you're stealthing. You can move freely throughout the room, unless you're touching him.
I want to get a better look behind the desk.
All right. As you step through the crumbled books, you're able to. There is a path here, so you're able to safely walk through and kind of like take careful footsteps, just with your previous stealth check. You feel like you're doing pretty good at stealthing right now. You're able to find some footholds and step through the masses of garbage, and you look and see around behind. It appears that his foot is chained to the underside of the heavy wooden desk.
Okay.
And from this angle, you can see the rope, which is on the opposite side of you to him. It leads all the way up to the ceiling and looks like it is not directly attached to the ceiling. It goes through a hole in the ceiling and continues upward, but you can't see where it goes after that.
Okay, do I see anything that looks like a Strahd version of a security camera?
Any security camera type stuff would probably be invisible, so no, you don't.
Okay, fine. All right. I want to trot back downstairs, and I want to whisper to the group that there is someone up there, and I think he's a prisoner, and that maybe we should go up there and speak to him. But since Biggie is invisible, and I don't want to just be like, hey, I'm invisible, but don't, you know? So, like, do one of you guys want to come up here and talk to him? And I'll stay back, and if he goes nuts, then he won't know that I'm here and we have an advantage, and if he doesn't, then we just keep exploring. Who wants to come talk to the guy?
Kind of scary.
Looking kind of sus.
No, he's like chained up. If he's chained up, he's a prisoner. If he's a prisoner, we're a prisoner. Sussy Baka. We are prisoners. He is chained, i.e. prisoner. And the prisoner of my prisoner is my friend. That's the old saying.
Alright.
Sun Tzu's Art of Being in Prison.
Fine. Fine. One of us can go talk to him. You want to rock, paper, scissors it, Zoe? Because I'm a little scared.
Sure, if we can rock, paper, scissors it.
Alright.
Oh, yeah, rock, paper, scissors.
Make a lot of noise.
So I'm gonna say, both of you message me on Discord, direct message,
Nice.
with your choice, and I will say who wins. You doing 2 out of 3 or first one or what?
First one.
First one.
First.
win.
Okay, go ahead and message me your first choice. All right, I've got Taffy. Tie. Round 2.
Of course. Oh, you both picked paper.
I guess I could say yeah, paper and paper. Round 2.
I guessed it. Do I win something for guessing what they both picked?
How'd you know? I just realized, how did you know? I was like, oh yeah, obviously you can see it.
Because rock is the best, therefore everyone picks rock. Therefore they're not going to pick rock, they're going to pick what beats rock. It's like
Paper,
tier 2.
and then
Well-
when you tie,
Well, that works. No, there's no tie. So we picked rock, and Erevan picked paper. So Erevan
nice.
wins. Erevan gets to go up. That's how that works, right? Wait, what?
I thought
No.
the loser gets to go. Wait, what?
So we really
What is
wanted to
your
go up, but
charisma?
you won, so you get
Charisma.
on a scale of 1 to 20, how does your charisma feel?
to.
What
He is very charismatic.
14.
Mine's lower than that. You know,
He's got a point.
I'm not very charismatic. I mean, think about how well this is going.
You are a lady though, and Erevan's a dude, and this is a scruffy old man. So
All right,
a
fine.
scruffy old man chained in a tower of Vampire's castle.
Yeah, take one for the team.
I'll go talk to him.
I
I would have done it anyways.
I just don't want to die, man.
All right, I want to walk up to him.
All right,
Wait,
go ahead and
so
if you
don't
can,
have to put that in your
I'll
mouth.
move your token.
No, I won't. No, I won't.
Whoops. Are you sure? I'm pretty sure I have to.
It's in the book. You had to.
It's canon.
I'm moving you up. I'm not moving anyone else up. And Biggie, where do you want to be while Zoe comes up the stairs?
Oh, he actually wants to be like in the room, almost like behind the guy, just in case.
And so curiosity, how would I move my camera back to the other level or something?
If you
If
zoom
I
out
want.
with scroll wheel, you can move with either middle click or left click, and we are up from the main area. So if you
Okay,
just
I just wasn't zooming out far enough then, basically.
yeah, it's really
there it
really
is.
big. You can only zoom out far enough to see like there's a lot of darkness in between.
I see now. Yeah, it was nothing but pure black. I had to zoom out further and scroll down. So
Yeah.
I'm good now. Thank you.
Yep. So you guys position how you would like, and then as Zoe walks up the stairs, I will describe what happened. Okay.
Oh, I
All
think
right,
Vanya
here I
should
go.
go ahead and like, since we know what's going on up here now, like maybe she should go ahead and light up her torch. That way they're not sitting down there blind.
Or also,
True.
can I? Oh fuck! What was the spell? Whatever.
We don't have any spells unless you're
Well,
just
it's
gonna
like
make a joke.
bless. It's bless or something like that.
Aid.
Oh
What?
yeah, she could cast bless, but meh.
No,
Yeah,
it's
save
the one
slots.
that lets your roll be a little higher.
Oh, guidance.
Oh, guidance.
You want her to
Guidance,
guidance
sure.
too?
Thank you.
Yes.
That's probably
okay.
not
I'm
a bad
about
idea.
to talk to this dude. That way you don't have to cast it during the middle of the conversation. I've already got it.
Yeah, so she puts
Baldur's
guidance
Gate.
on you. So she says sure, and she touches your arm and casts guidance, and it's good for 10 rounds. Plenty of time.
Awesome. Thank you. See, I'm learning. Baldur's Gate 3
Yeah,
is
thanks.
awesome.
So I'll say you guys spent a couple of minutes negotiating. So your mage hand does disappear. You're still invisible, obviously, but you no longer have your mage hand and cannot recast it since it's done its thing, basically.
Yeah.
We'll say 5 minutes has passed and the darkness went out. I'll just update you guys on the time, try and keep pace.
Okay.
So you climb the stairs and you turn the corner and you see this guy. He hasn't quite spotted you yet, but you figure it won't be long before he does. How would you like to approach him?
Is he just sitting there, or is he like chained to the wall or something? I can't remember.
So he's chained to the table, but underneath it by his leg, you can't see from here. I'm assuming Biggie relayed that to you, though. Next to him, there is a large, heavy rope, and he's looking down with one face on his chin, kind of on the side of his face, and the other hand, he's scratching with a quill pen on a really, really long scroll that's just kind of like it goes and falls down on the floor behind him, and then it goes all the way over the table, and it falls down the scroll by the table in front of him, and it's just super like long, and he's like not even halfway through it.
Okay. First thing, I want to do an actual active perception check to look for traps that would not be like passive. Like if there's a tile that looks like it can open or something. Just look for stuff like that real quick.
Okay. Make a perception check as you enter the room. So basically, you're going to walk through the door, enter the room, and before he notices you, you're going to quickly take your surroundings in and look around and see if there's anything out of place. So this will not be like a full search of the room. So if there was something hidden somewhere, you wouldn't notice it, but if there's like an obvious trap sticking out. So go ahead and make that perception check. Just keep in mind that does not, even if you get a natural 20, does not necessarily apply if there's something else hidden somewhere in the room, since you're not able to fully search.
And because there's a rope and he's chained to that, I'm double checking. I'm literally just looking for traps. The other stuff I don't care about, because I don't want to walk up to him and then the tile sinks and he drops into a pit and dies, you know?
Yeah, if you see any obvious traps that are something like a pressure plate or a tripwire or something, you will notice it potentially with the search.
So yeah, doesn't bother me. I wouldn't see the other stuff because I'm not looking for it. All right, here it goes. 23.
All right, you are fairly certain that nothing in this room is trapped so far as you can see. You even are able to look and see the chests to your side. You don't see any obvious tripwires or poison smeared on them. And let's see. You can tell that the rope goes up through the ceiling and can definitely be pulled.
Is the rope attached to him, or is it just drooping onto the floor?
The rope is just dangling. It's probably like
Actually,
2 or
a
3
bell
feet
or
off of the
something.
floor, but it reaches all the way up to the ceiling and goes through a hole where you can tell that it certainly will be pullable.
Probably it's attached to a bell to use as a warning system or something. So
Could be. You can make an investigation check if
I
you
would like
wanted
to do
to
that.
see what your character thinks about that, but otherwise that's not a bad guess. You can go ahead and add an investigation to that then.
I'm looking for it on my list. Hold on.
No problem.
And I got a 4.
So you're not sure what the rope leads to. Your guess is not a terrible guess. Your character just can't immediately confirm that. And your perception check, you're able to notice symbols on the scrolls and books that are thrown around. You don't really know a whole lot about them. You don't recognize them or what they mean, but they seem like they might be arithmetic symbols of some sort.
Got it. Okay. So now I want to kind of walk slowly, not really a full sneak. I'm sure he'll be able to see me. It doesn't matter if I do a roll. But I want to go slowly over to him, like up here, and then just kind of put my hand between him and the rope and say, "Hey, how's it going?"
The rope is over here, and as you
one side.
rustle, so you step
Then-
through the door, you do a quick sweep for traps. You look down, you see some weird symbols on the books. You see the rope, and you like that leads somewhere. And then as you start to walk further into the room, he looks up and he sees you and he says, "Yes, can I help you?"
Okay, yeah. So then I'm like, "Yeah, hey, hi,
Who are you? What do
See-
you want?
see,
I'm very busy.
The group nominated me to do
Group? What
this.
group? Who are you?
There's no
Are
group.
there more
There's
of
no
you?
group. There's no group. Hi,
No
my
group?
name is Zoe.
No group.
And
What do you mean no group? You just said there was a group. What are
I
you talking
was
about? Are you
just
trying to trick me?
hypothesizing.
He reaches out and puts a hand on the rope and says, "Are you trying to trick me? What is this? How did you get here?"
Oh, no, no. Pardon me. I'm sorry. I do have a couple of friends with me too, but we're lost. We don't know how we got into this place or what's going on, and we just want to get out so we can go back on our way. Would you be willing to help us with that?
He says, "Yes, certainly, a prisoner helping others to escape from the grasp of the Lord Strahd." Oh, that's a funny thought. I needed a laugh. I've been holed up in here for a while now, so thank you for that laugh. He lets go of the rope and chuckles to himself. Yes, it is a plight to be stuck in here. I hope you are able to make the best of it before you should perish.
I let him know. I'm like, oh, I did not know that you were a prisoner. I assumed that this was some sort of a ritual chamber devoted to Strahd or something, and that you have the chains on for that. So my apologies. I didn't mean to offend. In that the case, if you know a way out of here, would you let us help you break out and leave with us? You want to come with?
He says, yes, I should very much like to leave here. Unfortunately, I would probably be killed the moment I stepped out the doors. To be a prisoner of Strahd is not so much one of physical restraint, but more of the fact that he is ever present and kill you with a stare. He says, I do appreciate your offer, but I fear you are in no better position than I am to leave this place. You'd be lucky to get out with your lives, and just barely at that if you've got a group here. The chances of one of you at least escaping is better than 0.
Well, I did not realize that. Yeah, it would be a death sentence for you if we released you. Is there something that you would want us to do or would trade with us for that information so that we can leave? Also, my party, we have some strong magic users, and we're getting stronger. Someday we're going to come back and we're going to rescue everyone here, and we will end Strahd. So that's something to look forward to if you help us.
Make a persuasion. With guidance. Don't forget to add that. Or I'll roll it and add it.
Okay, yeah, because I already forgot.
Yeah.
It's just like in Baldur's Gate. All right, which one did you say it was?
Persuasion.
Got it. Okay, hold on.
And Vanya's guidance floats through your mind as you speak and grants you a +1 to the check.
13.
Total +1 or
Oh, that was mine. So with yours, 14.
14? He says, one. He says, I don't really know much of the castle's layout. I've been pretty much locked in this room longer than I can remember, so I don't know much outside of these four walls. However, as kind as you've been to me, I would feel remiss that I would be completely unable to help you, but unfortunately, though I am Strahd's accountant, he does not inform me of all of his treasures. How am I supposed to keep track of all of this shit when he doesn't even tell me what he's got? Like, imagine doing taxes for a rich person, and you're like, how much income did you make this year? And they're like, 25,000. And he's like, okay, an investment income, 25,000. What about the rest? And they're like, no, that's it, 25. He's like, you have $5 billion. What do you? And he just rants for a couple.
Well,
So
you
Donald
guys
Trump,
can't look it up. Yeah, I'm being audited. When you're audited, you just don't release that type of stuff. So, you can't. You shouldn't. So, sorry. Once I'm done with the audit, then yeah.
He says, Strahd doesn't get audited. That's not a thing that happened. You'd have to go through him. But even so, even if he was being audited, I've got nothing more than what's in these four walls, and this barely even touches the surface of the treasures that he holds in this place. I'm sure that as adventurers, you are here seeking treasure, and this silly vampire has more treasure than he knows what to do with. There's a couple of chests in this room. I'd like to give you the contents, but unfortunately, he scratches his head. I misplaced the key a couple centuries ago, and I'm not sure where it is. So if you should find the key, you can have whatever's in those chests. He says also, and he draws his voice to a low whisper, and he says, I do know one of Strahd's secrets.
Do tell.
He says, how can I be sure that you're not a spy here in order to get me to divulge the secrets of the Dark Lord? He says, prove to me that you're an agent of the light, one who can rightfully claim this treasure that I speak of which I speak.
I'm gonna go back and get one of our other party members who's
Wait,
a
wait,
magic
tell-
user, can show she has good magic.
Okay, Biggie is going to speak up and say, I am the guardian spirit of Zoe, and I verify that she is an agent of the light, and you should help her. And if you do, you shall be blessed with freedom from Strahd's chains. Okay.
So I guess that's a performance check, and then a bullshit check, whatever that one's called.
And then roll initiative.
Yeah, performance for performance to see if he believes you, and then deception to see if he believes what you're actually saying.
Okay, performance check. So that's going to be a +1. And I'm rolling. 7 performance check.
So he's startled by your sudden speech, and you can have advantage on the check, because you're performing for an audience that doesn't know they're an audience, and so he's kind of caught off guard. So roll that check one more time.
Nope.
What's the second one?
6.
So you speak with a booming voice from like a foot away from him, and he says, "Guardian spirit, but there's no wait. Why does it sound like the guardian spirit is 5 feet away from me?" And he stands up and steps forward and rattles the chain to its extreme length and reaches out and smacks you and hits you like across the chest with his fingers. And he says, "Ah, imposter, you're trying to trick me!" And he walks back to his chair and grabs the rope and says,
Wait.
Tell me why I shouldn't pull this rope right now.
Good job,
You are agents of Strahd. You're using invisibility and magic to try and trick me into revealing the secrets. I knew it. I knew I should never have betrayed him.
And then I want to say to begin, I want to be,
Oh, he
good
does
job,
not
you see,
like
now
me.
he doesn't believe us and he won't believe us.
Oh,
And
no.
that's
Okay,
your
wait, get
fault.
someone else.
He'll never
Get
know the
someone else.
truth.
Where's Aravan? Aravan, come play music.
He sees
Aaron.
He sees you both arguing back and forth. He says, "There better be a good explanation for all of this."
Get Arabella, get the little girl.
Downstairs,
I
'cause
wanna
I'm
tell
gonna
him,
run up the stairs and be
You
like,
do.
Wait!
Oh,
You hear
McGee's
him
fucking
shouting
it up.
accusations and emotion.
Oh, McGee's
Oh,
fucking it up.
boy.
McGee's fucking it up.
I'm going up the stairs. I'm going up the stairs.
All right, Aravan comes charging up the stairs, and what does he say as he reaches the top of the stairs? And what does he tell
literally-
as the
he
last?
literally said,
What?
"I don't like being tricked," and the first thing McGee tries to do is trick him.
Oh my god.
As the last one up the stair, last player up the stairs, what would you like to tell the NPCs to do at this point?
Okay, I think they should stay put for the time being.
Oh, you might
Arabelle
need
says-
Vanya. Vanya is a cleric.
Let's drag up Vanya. I'm dragging Vanya up. Wait, does Vanya have a holy symbol or something? I feel
Yeah.
like she has something like that.
She's a cleric of
Okay.
Helm, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that would be pretty good to like show that off, you know. I'm dragging Vanya up the stairs and leaving Annabelle and Irina to watch over each other downstairs.
Okay, Vanya follows you closely, and Arabelle says, "Oh, I don't like not being able to see in the dark. Vanya, can you leave your light with us, please? I'm so scared." And Irina says,
Why? How did you do that? We brought a 6-year-old with us, and you let her do that. I mean, that's just not thinking very well.
as Irina, as she says that, Irina like doesn't interrupt her, but says immediately afterwards, before you have a chance to respond, she says, "Oh, don't worry, little one. If anything comes, light will not save us. We're dead either
Oh
way."
God.
And Arabelle just kind of like
Traumatized
all
six-year-old.
the color disappears from her face, and she just starts shivering. She goes, "Okay, I guess you need it more than me."
That's
is she holding-
terrible.
Is she holding like a toy or anything like that?
No, she got her doll
There's
put
that
away.
creepy doll that I got from the first house. I could leave that down there with
Oh
her.
my
The one that
God.
was in the rocking chair that was being rocked by a ghost.
No, thank you.
Vanya can only have light on one thing at a time, so she could either have it on her mace or she could cast it on something down here.
Is there any?
You can light a torch. You got torches
Okay.
if you want. The thing with torches though is they can go out.
Good idea.
Yeah, why don't you light a torch and give it to Arena?
Sure.
Too bad you don't have dancing lights. You could have one down the stairs, one up the stairs.
That would be like really useful.
Yeah, too bad we don't have a wizard. Oh,
Oh my god.
I'm not a wizard, I'm a sword master.
I bet you are. I bet you duel your sword a lot.
Oh
I
my
pommel
God.
my sword.
Too bad
Okay.
McGee doesn't have higher charisma. He'd be a master debater.
Booyah.
Please.
I'm gonna pummel my.
So what was happening? What's happening with Vanya and Arabelle?
Vanya's lighting the torch,
Okay.
and then she'll come up with me.
Okay,
And,
so she lights a torch and hands it to Irina, I'm assuming, and then Arabelle sees the light and she says, Irina says, thank you. In fact, it might be scarier to see what horrors come for us with the light. I think I'd prefer the dark. And Arabelle just like makes this high-pitched squeak noise and just like leans up against the wall and says, "Be quick."
Bringing a child to the vampire's castle. How irresponsible of you guys. What the hell?
So Aravan and Vanya charge up the stairs with the guy holding the rope and Baggy standing invisible. And the guy's kind of looking around because he doesn't know exactly where you are, but he's kind of like, he's looking past you, looking through you. And Aravan charges up the stairs.
I burst open the door.
He looks over at you, stepping through the door and kicking aside the clutter that's on the ground. He says, "Who are you? Are you the leader finally?"
You better calm him down
Wait,
real fast.
Wait. Okay. I also was holding Vanya's hand so I could drag her. You know, like running along and dragging. And I go, wait, please, let us
Make this good.
explain. Let us explain our presence here, and
He says, "Presents?"
let us.
doesn't-
No.
He doesn't say that.
Okay. You gotta understand us, man. We were just some lowly adventurers who got stuck in the wrong place at the wrong time. Look at Vanya here. Vanya, show off that holy symbol. Come on, you know that's a good thing. Holy symbols, being holy, you know.
He says,
Not worshiping Strahd.
"Ah, well, as you say, if you are just simple lowly adventurers, maybe you're not you're not the ones who should be chosen to wield this tool."
But we ended up in this place, and now we got a lot of strength and stuff. We grew stronger for past. Oh my god.
He takes the hand off the rope and he says, "You do make a good point. You've made it this far and not been killed outright. I'm listening. How are you? Are any of you agents of light good enough to think that you could best a Lord of Darkness?"
Vanya.
Because we know
Vanya,
the GM in real life.
Vanya, he says, "No, you don't. I met that guy. He's a real asshole." Yeah, I know all of his
I'm not
friends.
arguing with you about that one.
He turns into a gold dragon and eats all of you one at a time.
Oh my god.
And then time reverses. He spits you back up and turns back into a person. But that all happened. That's canon. And then
Okay.
Vanya
First death.
steps back. What did you say?
Biggie's first death.
Technically, yeah.
First
Well,
death.
aside from the billions of deaths suffered in hell, Vanya meekly steps forward and reaches into her shirt pocket or whatever. She has her holy symbol, and she pulls out a holy symbol of Torm, and she says, I'm a cleric of or Helm." She says, "I'm a cleric of Helm. Here's my holy symbol." And he sees the symbol on her shield too, and he says, "Holy symbols are meaningless in this place without the power to wield them. How do I know that you're really a servant of light?"
Oh,
What
I
do you
think
guys
she
want her
has
to do? She looks at you guys and goes, "I don't know, guys. What should I do?"
Okay, she has thaumaturgy. That's the one where you can change your eye colors and stuff and be all like creepy and stuff. It gives you like makes you more intimidating. Maybe we don't want to intimidate him.
I'm blatantly out of ideas. I'm looking around the room like, you guys really messed up this time, because not even I can save your butts.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay. I guess we tell her to cast thaumaturgy, and to try to convince her that the power of the magic of Helm still flows through her.
Okay, what is she doing with her thaumaturgy?
Hold on, let me check the effects. Um. I know she's gonna want to turn her eyes white.
Okay.
Okay,
I think she can do
so-
2 effects at a time. 3.
3.
Up to 3 active at a time.
Okay, so alter the appearance of my eyes. I want to make it white, but with like kind of like blue, like lightning bolts, like storm clouds. I don't want to make a bunch of noise. All the light in the room. The flame. Well, wait, we don't have any torches in here. Are there? No, there's torches in here. We saw the light.
There's 2 torches on the door.
Okay, so I want them to flicker and to change like different colors. And the third effect is the sound of quiet angelic choirs like singing with me. So all the flames on the torches flicker, my eyes glaze over white. There's an angelic choir, and I say, I am Vanya, priestess of Helm. I am the light and the guardianship of the blah blah blah, and I say some like prayer or creed or something like that from my church to make me sound all holy.
He looks at you, speaking in your quiet voice, but not quiet. Like you're talking loudly, but you're not using the voice booming or anything. So the lights flicker and darken and brighten, and the choir music plays, and your eyes shine and sparkle, and you speak those words to him, and he looks around at the room, at the torches flickering, and he says, not bad. But any sorcerer with a basic understanding of spellcasting could give a performance such as that. I'm not so easily tricked. I work for the Lord of Barovia, you know. How do I know that you and your party are not just illusionists here? You know, Strahd works in illusions and trickery. So this is exactly his domain.
I want to respond real quick and say, believe me, if we were working for Strahd trying to entrap you, you've already said some things and offered us stuff that would be enough for us to go back to Strahd with. We're not going back to Strahd with it because we're not with Strahd.
Make an intimidation check.
Shit, I have all my medicine laid out across my keyboard. Can somebody make my check for me? What is it?
Here, I'll roll it. Do you know what your modifier is?
For which one?
Intimidation.
Intimidation, is that charisma?
Yeah.
-1.
Yep. All right. You rolled a 4, so you got a 3. He says, his face flushes and turns red, like he realizes. He's like, oh yeah, I kind of did say a lot already, so I'm kind of screwed. And he says, that's a good point. He grabs the rope and he says, maybe I should take us all down together, If I've already told you too much and I can't be sure, then maybe the Dark Lord will forgive my insolence if I take out some intruders to his castle. And he grabs the rope and he's about to pull it.
Oh god! Oh god! Oh god!
Erevin, you're the only one who hasn't like taken a stab at this. I think you're our last shot, and I have no idea what to suggest.
Sir, please.
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
Please, let me, Erevin, the High Elf Bard, that is so very cool. He says that exactly. Let me Let me
All right,
talk this out with you. Let me
checked your
calm you
items and
down
skills
real
and stuff? Do you have anything in your do you have anything that could prove our intentions or that we're not a Strahd
I don't
people?
have anything. I don't have anything, man.
You could do your magic song. We're totally out of options.
Magic song. Yeah.
When was the last time you guys short rested? I think the song is down.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You did it on you did it in town, and you guys haven't rested then.
Oh,
I thought that's what
shoot.
we did in the room when we started this game. I thought we had camped in there.
and then you went to see the toy maker, and you enthralled him with your performance, him and the monkey,
Wow,
and then you
no,
left and went to
that's
Strahd's castle.
right. Oh dang, that's terrible. Biggie, do you have anything? Anything?
Well, Bigie's magic specialty is trickery, and this guy doesn't seem to be too into that. I have disguise self.
Did he fail?
Yeah, I have disguise self. I have minor illusion, and I've got chromatic orb. If you just want to try to kill this guy, but I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen when he pulls the rope.
We could we could try to
I want to double
beat
down
him
on what
up,
you're saying.
knock
We
him
already,
out.
I want to double down on what I said earlier. We don't need more information if we're agents of Strahd. We have way more than enough. We
That's
Is
are
he-
just
right.
here and talking to you
Is he a-
honestly.
Is he a commoner?
You can't determine that. You can make a check if you would like to, but from his outward appearance, he does appear to be just a normal human person.
My background is haunted one, and my background trait or whatever is called Heart of Darkness, and it's like commoners like help me or something like that. I don't know if maybe I could show him any of my something cursed. I've got a watch.
You certainly could. And the way that Heart of Darkness works is those who look into your eyes can see that you have faced unimaginable horror and are no stranger to darkness. If you would like to drop your invisibility, you can have him look into your eyes and attempt to use some sort of empathy and hope that sways him. He would certainly see the horrors you've been through, and that might convince him to believe you. But you would have to drop your invisibility.
Yep. Okay, so it says those who look into your eyes can see that you have faced unimaginable horror and that you are no stranger to darkness. Though they might fear you, commoners will extend you every courtesy and do their utmost to help you. Unless you have shown yourself to be a danger to them, they will even take up arms to fight alongside you should you find yourself facing an enemy alone. And, okay, so I'm going to step behind him and drop my invisibility.
Behind him?
No, wait. Well, is that where's the rope at?
To his right, and he's holding onto it right now.
Okay, I don't want to scare him, so I'll step in front of him and I'll say, wait before you pull that. Wait before you pull that. Look into my eyes, and you will know the horrors that I have seen. I am no friend of the darkness. Never could I befriend one as evil such as Strahd, and never could I work for them. And by looking into my eyes, you will know that this is true, because I've seen some really effed up shit, and I don't like it. It was a really bad time. And then I'm
also done a lot of the fucked up shit.
I'm gonna drop my invisibility by casting a spell, and I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion, and I'm going to cast it on myself to make me I don't have anything. Okay, I don't cast Minor Illusion, but I do drop my invisibility, and I look in his eyes. It was my least.
He
creepy look.
hears you speaking from the corner, and so his eyes are already trained on you, and he's got like a suspicious looking look on his face. And as you're dropping his invisibility, he's responding to you, and he says, "I've seen some horrors in here. I don't think anything you've been through could possibly eclipse what I've. Oh my God! And he looks in your face, and he sees your eyes, and he's just like entranced as he stares into your soul, and he goes, God, the things you must have seen. How have you made it this far? How have you gotten into this place and survived the horrors you've seen? And that was just Ty Brown.
I drink a lot of Dr. Pepper.
And he says that, I mean, it's still possible that you guys are lying to me, but I don't think that anyone who's you've seen would willingly serve Strahd, nor would someone who claims to be a servant of light and has seen such evil things claim to be a servant of light in ill faith. He lets go of the rope and he says, your horrible past that I could see just from looking into your face has swayed me. I believe that through all of your combined stories that you may be telling the truth after all, and like the lady elf said, if you're not telling the truth, I'm screwed anyway. So, well, do my best I can do to help you and get revenge on this monster. He says, however, not all of you may be able to use this item of which I speak. It is a holy symbol of great power that was used in the past to fight against Strahd, but it was lost to the mists long ago. However, there was a record of what happened to it. And even Strahd does not know this, for if he knew what happened to this object, he would send his forces there en masse to claim it and destroy it, lest it be used against him. But I'm willing to divulge its location to you in exchange for a pint of wine the next time you guys stop by here. I'm ever so lonely here doing my endless accounting with pointless. He just has me adding +1s and -1s, and it never ends anywhere. So I'll divulge this location, but you must come back and see me sometime. Of course, I don't have any way to hold you to that. I'll take your word for it. And you say no deal, and he goes, ah, shit.
Oh, don't worry. We know how you feel about people that try to trick you. We won't break our deal. Well, we'll come back and have some wine with you next time that we're here. And if you're alive and we're alive, then the booze will happen.
He says, very well.
Hey, just out of curiosity, what happens if you do pull that rope?
He says, oh, this rope? Are you sure you want to know?
Well, don't pull it.
He says, I feel like, although I trust you, I still have to keep some cards in my hand, you know? Maybe when you come back, you won't be so friendly and can never be too careful in this place.
Yeah. Okay, well, maybe when we come back and have the wine, maybe you'll feel like telling us.
He says, sure, if you're able to claim the holy symbol of Ravenkind and use it to enter this place again and bring me a pint of wine, then I will tell you what the rope does.
Awesome.
He says, I'll tell you about all the ghosts and stuff that it would summon. Ah, shit! Damn it!
What?
Damn it all! There goes my trump card.
Don't want to fight a whole bunch of ghosts again.
He says, well, not just ghosts and specters, and never mind. Here, grab that piece of paper over there. I'll draw the location of the symbol for you.
All right. So Big E rips a piece of blank paper, scrap paper, and hands it to him.
Discover matches all the cash back you earn on your credit card at the end of your first year. It's amazing because Discover's accepted at 99% of places in the US that take credit cards. Learn.
So he draws a very, very crude map. His, like so crude, I'm not even going to draw it. His quill is completely out of ink, and all of the inkwells on his table are completely dried up. And so he's basically just...
Right here, don't worry.
Well, he's like scratching the paper. He doesn't say anything. He just starts drawing on the paper, but it's just like making scratch marks with the quill. So if you want to offer him some ink, you can.
He does. He's like, oh wait, I have hey, that important map you're drawing. I got some ink. You can share some. I don't mind.
He looks at you as you hand him the ink, and he says, "Ink, ink. I've been without ink for 3 decades now. He only allows me to order ink once a century, and he only allows me to order 2 vials at a time. I've been having to use my own urine to supplement the drawing ink vials. Oh, thank you, thank you." And he takes it and he says, "Oh, I suppose you can have it back after I've finished drawing the map for you."
Yeah, that'd be great, thanks.
He says, "Okay, it would just be a pleasure to be able to draw with ink again, even if it's just this once." And
well, you know, as a token of good faith, you can
light up.
Here, and he hands out the inkwell, crossing it off my list. I'm getting another inkwell.
That one's stolen anyway. It's not even yours.
Yeah,
Seems like when
damn
we
right,
come
I
back with
stole it.
wine, we should come back with some ink.
Yeah, bring him some ink.
You could bring him the ink this time. You know, I used that to draw my Sonatu drawing.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Ink
lord.
is rare
It's had a
here.
good life.
Yeah. Got a couple
So
uses out of it.
he says he draws a map, and he draws castle. He draws a circle, and he says, "This is the castle." And he draws a line from the castle to the left, and he stops about halfway across the paper, and he draws a circle and says, "This is a town a ways away from the castle. I believe it was called Malachi or something. Malarkey? What? Say that again?
Valaki.
Yes, that rings a bell. Excuse me, it's been ages since I've spoken to anyone outside of this castle, and except for Strahd, and he doesn't really mention any outside names or information or anything. So yes, Valaki, I believe. Anyway, west of that place, far west, on the far reaches of the Valley of Barovia, there is an old abbey known as the Abbey of Saint Markovia, and it is a blessed it's a blessed abbey fortified with walls of stone and dedicated to the Morning Lord, and named after a priest known as Saint Markovia, who once took a stand against the Devil Strahd. And I apologize, I do not know the exact origins of this holy symbol of legend, but I did catch wind of it before I was entrapped here, while I was looking through books of lore and things like that. I heard that it was stashed there, the one place Strahd would never look, in the cribs of babies that were kept in the nursery room of the Abbey, a place Strahd would never want to harm children, although a lot has changed, so who knows. But yes,
Well, he's
last
better
I
than
heard,
Matt Gaetz.
it was.
You know what? I think it's better if I don't understand.
I actually have never looked it up. I just know the basic.
Politician dated high schoolers.
Oh, okay.
Gross.
He says, yes, I believe my source said it was buried under the floorboards beneath one of the cribs in the Abbey. but a lot has changed. I've been here, like I said, for it feels like centuries, but then again, I don't know. Have I been alive for centuries? Have I been trapped in a time loop? Is anything even real? But anyway, it feels
Yes, and
like a
no,
long
in that
time
order.
ago. Yes, no. Yeah, he's not real actually. Is this all just a game being played by giants with stone dice, determining our fates once a week,
Yeah, just like
or every
real
2
life.
weeks? And he says, "But yes, that is all I know about the holy symbol. But if it was found, surely Strahd would have known about it, and I would have heard about it, because he would be gloating all over the place that he found it, and no one can use it against him. So definitely, you should check that place out, because that might be the only thing that saves you from an encounter with him, or saves your life in an encounter with him."
Well, good. We were
And he
gonna
says-
go there anyway.
Says, "Good." And he says, "But yes, I wish you the best of luck on your adventures. Unfortunately, as I was saying earlier, I must stay trapped in this room, doomed to my eternal accounting." He wails, and he says, "Feel free to come back and chat or ask me any questions or whatever, but I really don't know much unless they have to do with accounting or, you know, I know what little bit of lore that my people knew before I was entrapped. Barovians, I think they were called. But
What's in that?
A lot
very
is
next
lost to the
room?
age. He says, oh, well, can't say I've ever actually been in there, but I have seen through the door a few times whenever Strahd goes through there. And let's see. He thinks for a minute while he's trying to recall, and he says, uh, it's been a long time. I have never witnessed that room being used, but I know that there is a fancy throne on a marble dais, and I figure this might be where Strahd would address an audience should he have one, but an audience has not been in the castle for a very long time. But as far as I know, there's no dangers or anything in that room, so if you're looking to further explore this place, that wouldn't be a terrible place to go next. But if you find that key, come back here and open up these chests. But
Okay, do you remember what it looks like? Is it like a gold key or an iron key or?
he holds his fingers really close, and he says, "It's about this big, and it's metal, steel, iron, maybe." And he points at the locks, and he says, "It fits in that lock." Yeah, yeah. He says it's
Hey,
a small
Aramin,
iron key.
Don't you have lock picks? Do you have thieves' tools proficiency?
Yes.
You should try to pick the locks before we go find the key.
And I have used. That's cool. Alright, sure.
All right, there are 4 chests.
Oh
Guidance.
boy. Time to go. Yes! Give me guidance, please. Alright.
Major et fortior! Ho! She cast guidance on you. I remember to do it this time.
And that's, what'd you get on the guidance?
Oh,
Am I rolling it? Oh, Jake's
I'll roll it. I've got the D4 out already.
Yeah.
Guidance is 4.
Alright.
Woo!
24.
Nice. Okay, so you reach your lock picks into the lock. You kind of walk over after he tells you about the key, and you crouch down and you start picking it. And he says, "What are those lock picks?" These chests are ancient. They've been here longer than you've been alive. The chances that you'd be able to pick, click, the lock clicks open. He goes up. He says, "Well, I mean, I guess I've never actually seen them be open before, so I don't. Yeah, that's impressive. Okay, the lock clicks open, and you can remove it and open the first chest if you'd like.
Opening.
All right, the lock drops to the floor, and you pull the chest open, and this chest is full to the brim
Snakes.
of copper pieces. You have no idea how many are in there. You can make like an intelligence check to estimate, but it's just full of copper pieces. They've all got Strahd's big shining face on them, big grinning. They're glinting in the torchlight, and there's a whole lot.
They'll never be able to figure out who took the treasure when we start using it around town.
all of the money here has Strahd's face on it.
Can I try to make an estimate?
There was a
We have
dime
that
pack. What the
cart.
hell?
Yeah. No, it's on Mr. Leahy and Randy. See, look, they're the ones that broke into the machine.
You can make an estimate.
What can we carry it? Can one of us like, is it heavy enough to if we try to pick it up, can we we actually have a cart downstairs. We don't have to pick it up right now, but if we can lift it, we could carry it with us.
Yeah, we'll give it a try.
It looks pretty heavy, and Erevan, if you'd like to make an intelligence check, you can kind of estimate how many coins are in it based on the weight and stuff like that.
All right.
It's gonna be like $73. Like that's it, because they're all pennies.
6. I got a 6.
So let me see here. Look up something. No, I need to know the exact number. Hold on, let me do some math.
Ooh, wow, math.
So you try to lift the chest off the ground, and it takes all of your strength, but you can just barely hoist it up a couple of inches off the ground, but you don't think you could move with it. And you're not really sure how to estimate that in terms of coins or weight, but you don't think that you alone would be able to lift this and carry it any further than maybe a couple of feet.
This sucks. I could take a few scoops of copper coins and take it home, or with me,
We could really use a bag of holding.
He says, "Oh, that's in the other chest." No, he doesn't. It doesn't say that.
I bet there's one in here somewhere. You should try to pick the other chest. You could try them each once.
Alright, fine.
I will say it takes you a minute to pick each chest.
Okay.
If you succeed, a minute per check. So if you want to keep making checks, you can. It is now 11:39. You have been in the castle for 9 minutes. Through all of this stuff.
Is that important? Question mark?
No, just I guess intelligence or not intelligence. Invisibility is worn off already. But you've got other spells. You got mage armor and stuff going. So we're just tracking time.
All right. Well, I'm opening up another chest.
Alrighty. Make a thieves' tools check. Dexterity plus proficiency and guidance. Yeah.
Oh, natural 20. Yes.
I'll go in.
You reach your pick into the lock and you're about to start wiggling it, and then you have a flash of insight from Vanya, and you just put the lock in there and rake it across the top of the lock, and by a stroke of luck, you hit exactly the right pins in exactly the right position, and the lock clicks open. And the guy just looks back to his accounting and starts scratching on his paper, and he grumbles and says, "Keep been looking for that key for 15 years. Just stick a piece of metal in it."
What's in there? What's in there?
You pull open the chest, and it looks like it's about a tenth as full as the other chest, but these coins are gold. So you'd still have to kind of make a guess or an estimate, but there is a lot of gold in this chest. It's making a nice layer.
I want to take it. Oh, I'm taking it.
Pockets.
I'm snatching it. I am just blinded by the beautiful yellow sheen that is gold.
I have a pouch that's made out of some large animal's nut sack. It's called a nut sack sack.
No
How many gold coins can I fit in the nut sack sack? The nut sack.
I think it's about a fist. It's about a fist, so you could probably fit like 50 coins in nut sack sack.
Oh yeah, okay.
Couple handfuls.
I'm gonna add 50 coins. These coins to my nut sack sack.
All right.
How many coins can I, carry?
Where do you want to carry them? You got some bags and stuff that don't have a whole lot in them. You've got some costumes and some bedrolls and stuff kind of crammed in your bags. So if you want to just do pouring sand over ball bearings and then pouring water over that, just like filling all the holes, you could probably fit maybe a couple of hundred, but you'd have some big old heavy sacks.
Well, okay, sure.
You just start scooping coins.
Yes, I'm just.
What's that?
I'm thinking maybe we should leave the chest here because we don't know how long we're gonna have to drag this thing around, or all the extra gold and stuff. We can come back for it after we find the exit.
But you might find a way out and then not be able to go back.
Yeah.
Yes, that
a
is
very likely
What y'all want?
Yeah, no, I agree with Zach, but that's why I wanted to at least grab like some. That way I just have some. And 50 coins equals 1 pound. So
Okay, that's not so bad. I think there's a lot more.
This chest is pretty heavy, but as you like pick it up and like wiggle it around, you feel like it's mostly the chest that's the weight. The coins don't seem to be particularly making a difference. Like you like lift it up and pour all the coins to one side, and the left side of the chest doesn't seem to be that much heavier. So you pour them to the right. They're maybe like a couple dozen pounds worth of gold, and the chest is mostly its big sturdy chest.
5 pounds gold, like around that much.
It's 1,000 pieces.
Yeah, that's about 250 pieces.
Oh.
So that would fit in your bags if you want to just stuff your bags full.
Yes.
Okay, I will go ahead and write down 250. So you've got 262 gold on you and just stuffed in your bags, and the chest has some amount remaining. You're welcome.
All right, I'm gonna open up one more chest. Or wait, is that the last chest? Or
there are 4 total.
Yeah.
Biggie wants to grab some more handfuls. How many handfuls can I fit in my backpack?
Your backpack? You've got about the same amount of gear as him. So, 250.
Yeah. 250 more, so is that 300 total?
Yeah, because you filled your nutsack sack, and now you're getting another 250. You got extra bags. Erebin has a belt pouch, but they don't hold either. And it's probably got stuff in it.
I bet we could open one of those chests just by intimidation, because we have been popping everything off easy. Intimidate that lock off.
Erebin's making it look easy.
The locks are like, oh, nope, we already lost. Yep. You're already.
I won't let you touch my pins.
Are you trying for another one?
Yes.
Go for it.
All right. Ooh. Guidance?
Guidance is 1. Hope that was a good ooh.
It was a good ooh. That would be a 19.
You reach your tools in and you fiddle around, and Vanya's like, no, to the left, no, to the right, no, like the other one where you did the raking thing. And you just sit there for a minute and you get so frustrated, you throw your tools down and clear your head for a second. Like you feel like you almost had it, but you couldn't quite get it. And you just take some deep breaths, clear your head, and you can pick up your tools and try again if you want to.
Oh my god. Okay.
You're so confident with those last two, and then this one you just can't seem to get it.
It's a DC 20.
That's scary.
It's DC 20.
Let me try that other chest first, and then return to that one in a
Okay.
little bit. Alright. Please.
Mimic.
Guidance me again.
Yep.
No!
Guidance is 1.
Natural 1. Hehe.
So you get your tools in there, and they don't break. Breaking tools is stupid,
God.
but it does
Thank
take
God.
you a couple of minutes. Like you're embarrassed, you're like acting like playing it off, but it takes you like 2 or 3 minutes. Everyone's like, "Are you okay, Aaron?" The guy's like, "Oh, that one giving you a little more trouble," and it takes you like 3 more minutes to get your tool out without breaking it. So
See,
you
I
spent
wouldn't-
like 3 minutes on
I'm
this
not
one.
the type of person that would, harass her like that. I wouldn't say those things.
That's why I said you guys, like whoever's there. Just
Okay.
FYI, the 2 girls have been downstairs this whole time.
Honestly, though, that was a lie. I definitely would do that type of thing.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna reopen this other one that I just nearly had, and then I'm done. And then I'm done.
Can Vanya go downstairs and bring the girls up since we know it's safe up here now?
Yeah.
She walks down the stairs, and you guys see through her eyes, and you see them kind of cowering together right around the corner, but the base of the stairs, and Irina says, "Oh, you were gone for so long. I heard shouting. Is everything okay up there? I was afraid. Me and Arabelle were about to run for it."
More or less. Same as always.
She says,
I
"Well,
guess.
I guess you're not.
And
I guess
turns
you're not dead, so that's a good thing. What should we do?" And Vanya says, "It seems to be safe up here for the moment. We've met someone who appears to be a prisoner in this place as well, and he's offered us some good advice. So go ahead and come on up, and we'll continue forward. It's best to not stay apart for too long." She goes, "Okay." She goes, "Come on, Arabelle." And I'm moving their tokens. But you want to go ahead and try one last time?
Yes.
All right, Vanya gets back to the top and sees you still sitting there fiddling with it, and she goes, and she touches your arm and guidances you again.
Alright.
It's going to be a +1.
It was a +1.
19 again!
Including the +1?
Yes.
You get to the exact same point you had it before, and you're like, okay, I can do it this time. I know where I'm at, and then all of the locks just click back into place. You spend the whole minute getting there, and you're finally there, and then you miss one little click, and they all go and reset.
Well, I throw up my hands. I'm done.
He says, the guy says, "Well, don't give up. Don't beat yourself up too much. These locks were designed by the best lockmaker in Barovia, so the chances of someone like you being able to pick them open." And Vanya says, "Didn't he already pick 2 of them open?" And the guy says, let me finish. Pick all of them open." Jeez, gosh. Anyway, find the key. The chest will be here, and surely the treasure will be immensely rewarding.
Okay, well, let's go in the next room and see if the key's in there. See you in a little bit, Mr. Chain Guy.
Is there any chance that I could break the lock open through pure brute strength?
You can try, but they seem like they're really, really strong. They're made of solid steel, and the lock bars are like a half an inch thick.
Okay, I changed my mind. I'm like, yeah, never mind. I just trying to fade back into the darkness.
Okay, well, he's no longer invis, but Biggie is still going to take point, so he is going to cautiously open the door leading into the next room.
All right, you creak the door slowly open, and you look
why
out.
The key would be in Strahd's masturbatorium, but that's what I'm assuming it is.
You creak it open, and you see what he described right inside there, which is a... hold on. You see a large wooden throne atop a marble dais, and throne faces...
Surrounded by rolls of toilet paper.
Empty Kleenex box.
Stacks of magazines. And an ivory trough.
Oh my god.
And the room is just covered in cobwebs from ceiling to floor. And the throne is facing this wall, which is away from what looks like the rest of the room, but you can't see a whole lot from this angle.
Okay, it looks
Already
pretty
getting a little more.
abandoned, so I think I want to step inside and probably take a look around.
All right. Go ahead. Where are we at?
Sneak, 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 sneak.
Hold on. Sorry.
Hi, you're back.
Run, 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 run. Do, 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 do. Oh, I know this magazine. Hey, it's my mom. And my dad. And then my mom again.
But a different magazine. Completely different theme and everything.
And he, and he flips to the publisher's page and it says Ty Brown Production. I need to get back to the real world and rescue my family from all being prostituted by.
All of this is literally happening, and he can't do anything to stop it. So let's see. Dim light from the courtyard and crackles of thunder fall into this great hall through the broken glass and iron lattice work of a large window in the west wall. This immense room is a place of chilly, brooding darkness. Empty iron sconces dot the walls. Those aren't on the map, but imagine like torch sconces and they're empty iron sconces. Hundreds of dust-laden cobwebs drape the hall, hiding the ceiling from view. Directly across from the window stands a set of double doors in the east wall. Further south, a single door also leads from the east wall, which is the door you guys just came through. Staircases at both ends of the north wall lead down. So there's staircases down here, double doors here, and a shattered window here where light comes in from the courtyard. Light and rain. There's like rain spattering against the pieces of broken glass. At the far southern end of the hall, a large wooden throne stands atop a marble dais. The high-backed throne faces south, away from most of the room. So, throne on a dais, smashed window with light crackles of thunder, staircases down, and double doors. Double doors.
Well, that's
See, I want to
pretty
make
weird.
an Amadeus joke right now.
Well, that's pretty weird that the
And then
throne
you have
is
it
facing
on a dais. Okay.
on a dais, on a dais. Where's the throne? On a dais, on a dais. But it's facing the wall. That's weird. Hey, courtyard. So that sounds like possibly an exit. So, hey guys, come out here. I think we might have found a way out.
What?
Yeah, there's a bunch of spider webs. Can't see the ceiling. Probably totally fine. But there's a window that leads out to the courtyard, so maybe we can get out of the castle this way.
Fine. Let's do it. It's not like we have much of an option.
Vanya has light on her torch.
All right.
I want to look up at the ceiling and try to see if I can see any giant spiders up there.
Make a perception check.
He gets low rolls on perception checks. 4. Plus. 2. So 6. Low rolls for me on perception checks.
So you try to peer through the musty covered webs of the ceiling, and there's just so many webs that you can't see through it. You think even if you were more perceptive, that it would be very, very difficult to see through it from where you're at. But it's not like you're just derp. It's like covered with cobwebs. So anything that you saw would be like minute.
Do you guys want to try to set the webs on fire?
No, those are good spiders. They kill the bad things. We should just sneak on through. We'll be fine. Spiders are
Okay.
our roommates.
Okay, so Biggie's gonna. Okay, I want to check out the throne. I want to
Just
come over and
quiet.
sit down on the throne.
All right, you climb up the white marble dais and sit down on the throne as the cobwebs wrap around your body and fall to the ground, and you hear a loud creak of the chair as you sit down in the swollen, rotting wood.
Seems like a good idea. Hey, this chair is nicer than the
Sure,
one that I have
so
at my
safe.
house.
I was gonna say you sound worse.
Should bring this home. This would be an upgrade. We could put this right in the living room. There's fewer stains around the crotch area too.
Oh,
Oh, gross.
Pre-stained for your convenience.
yeah.
Fewer stains, not 0. Does anything happen? Like, any mechanisms that, like, I want to know if this chair is like or the walls any kind of a secret.
Are you like checking the wall for a secret?
Yeah. So
Nothing
the
happens
wall-
by sitting in the chair.
Okay, I want to check the chair and the wall and like see if I can figure out like why the chair is facing a blank wall and if there's any like hidden mechanisms or passages or anything.
Okay, you can make a perception check in that direction.
Can I though? Can I make the perception check?
You can roll a perception check. I don't know about making it.
No, man. God, jeez. 4. So.
You sit in the chair and stare at the wall for a few minutes, and you see nothing of note on or near the wall that you're looking at.
Just like my homeschool days, sit in the chair and stare at the wall. Okay.
Oh,
All right. Well, unless you guys can find anything, I'm gonna walk over to this busted-up window. Biggie ain't seeing shite. He really does get appropriately bad rolls. During battle, he gets like really badass rolls, but everything that requires wits or perception, he just or charisma, he just tanks every time on the dice. It's so great.
Just like the real Biggie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are you guys?
Were you
checking
doing
everything out?
something else, or?
I'm going to move into the room and just start working down towards the end of it.
I failed all my perception
Me too.
checks, so you guys might see something that I don't.
Can I go take a look at the busted up window? Like, try to peek outside and see what's up?
Yeah. So you go over to the window. It looks like you're all kind of walking over towards the window. Rain spatters through the shattered glass. It's completely shattered out, and the lead lining that kind of holds the stained glass pattern in place is broken in a couple of places. Like, you might be able to climb through it, but you might get cut or something like that. And it's kind of a long way down. Let's see.
Oh, so that's a drop.
Yeah, it drops off into the courtyard. You as you walk over there, you look down and you see it's quite a long way down.
We only went up one flight of stairs.
Yes, one flight of stairs down. Which is
How many D6s is it?
Let me see.
We should have like a lot of rope though.
By your estimate, which is not far enough for it to not estimate it, it's about 50 feet up.
Oh,
So it'd be 5d10 falling damage if you just jump.
wow. We could tie 2 ropes together, or
Yeah.
maybe one. I mean, we have a 50-foot length of rope. Maybe just one of those would be able to get us low enough that we could hop down safely.
I'm sure it'd be fine. I'm sure.
Is there anything? Could we like tie it between the windows? Is there a place we could brace it?
It doesn't really look like there's anything super sturdy on there. It's like one giant, like, stained glass, like, circular window, and kind of the only sturdy spots would be the metal bracing in between, but it doesn't look like it would be enough to hold a couple 100 pounds.
Damn.
There's not really a whole lot else in the room, especially near the window. If your rope's already only 50 feet, yeah, you can like tie 2 together. Let's see what else in this room.
Does anyone have a hammer and does anyone have pitons?
Not I.
I don't think
Because
so.
we could hammer a piton into the wall. I have wooden stakes. That doesn't work though. If we had like some
No.
pitons, we could hammer them into the stone and tie the rope on that. Big E doesn't. Vanya doesn't. She has a shovel. Okay, well, let's stay away from the window for right now and maybe head down these stairs. We're
Down
near
the
a wall.
stairs?
Yeah, we're near a wall, so maybe we can find another exit just closer to the ground.
I have 10 pitons.
Oh.
And a hammer. I found it on my character
Oh.
sheet.
Well, could we do that?
I didn't
Could
think
we-
I had it.
Like, if we hammered a piton into the stone right there, and then, like, tie the rope, and then drape the rope out the window?
Yep.
You could try that.
Yeah, we could do that. And then when you get down towards the bottom, if it was absolutely necessary, you could put another piton in, tie the bottom of the rope to it, and then signal to have the first one untied. And just, make a rope ladder.
Okay, so I want to use my crowbar to, or I guess the hammer or whatever, to, like, knock the excess glass out from the edge so that I'm not going to be cutting myself, and also it's not going to be cutting on the rope. And then Big E will take Zach's... actually, Big E has his own hammer, but he'll take one of your pitons and then hammer it into the wall towards the bottom. Maybe like a foot off the ground, and try to hammer it like in a good spot in the stone that looks like it's able to dig in pretty sturdy.
Make a strength check.
Okay.
And you got a hammer, right? Yeah, hammer and pitons. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so Big E actually does have a little bit of strength, but he is very bad at rolls. He's got a +2 strength. So he's gonna roll that with a +2. Oh, okay, 16.
All right. So, I mean, just your strength alone is enough to kind of hammer it in. It's just a matter of using that strength to get a good solid strike on it. You're able to kind of like find a crack in between some of the stone, and you strike the hammer a couple times, and it rings out and echoes through the hallway as you strike metal on metal into stone. And you strike a couple times, and you're like, I mean, I've already done it now. Do you want to keep going? You feel like the stone is kind of giving way underneath. With just that check, you don't have to make another check. But if you continue, it's going to continue making noise. But
if it looks like I've just about got it, then I'm going to go ahead and finish it up. A couple more is not going to make it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've already made the noise, so sure wish someone had silence prepared. Or hey, can I use minor illusion to make a sound that is the inverse sine waves of the sounds that I'm making?
Audio noise canceling. No, they haven't. Yes, that would technically work, but they haven't invented noise canceling yet in Faerun, so you'd have to learn how to do that first.
Well, they all know that sound waves are, waves, and it's just, sinus this and tangent.
It's kind of like, oh god. So it's funny because like that sounds like a totally legitimate thing, right? Like it's magic, just make it do the thing you want. But think about it in terms of like a computer and be like, oh well, a computer can obviously do this complicated math problem, right?
Mm-hmm. That's
yeah.
What the headsets
okay.
Do.
Well, here's a computer. Make it do the problem. Oh well, I don't know how to do that.
Oh, okay. So I guess you'd need like an input component to the
yeah. Your ears aren't tuned enough to be able to detect the frequencies.
Yeah, Biggie is able to just by ear. He's able to map out the negative frequencies.
It'd be like manually vibrating a microphone or a speaker. It's like, okay, here, shake this speaker really fast enough to produce the sound frequencies necessary to exactly match it. Anyway,
but he's an elf. Elf ears.
Ting. True, you would have advantage on the check. The DC 45 check.
No.
Ring. You pound the piton into the rock, and you realize you probably need to pound a couple in. I'll give you that. One piton's not going to really hold an entire rope with a person dangling from it. So you pound a couple in the crack, and you're able to get a good solid hold on them. They might not hold great pulling them straight out, but as far as like leaning into them, you think they would be enough to secure the rope. And you knock out the glass from the edges. You kind of make it as smooth as you can, and you knock away some of the lead that's blocking the path, and it just kind of bends like instantly under the thing. That would have been a horrible idea to try and use as support. You would have probably found out as soon as you tried attaching it. You knock out a hole big enough for you guys to fit through, and you peer out into the dark, cloudy mist as the rain spatters you, and you look down and you see Vladimir standing down there, right where you left him. Hello?
Okay, so I guess Biggie's gonna start climbing down. He's gonna say, "Hey guys, I see Vladimir down there. I guess this is what we want to do. So down I go." And he's gonna climb down the rope.
All right. It's 50 feet down, but the rope isn't like designed for climbing. Did you guys want to like tie handholds or anything into it, or you're just going straight down it?
Just rappel. You put like some cloth in your hands, and then you pull the rope around like your waist and down through your leg, and then you can just tighten it and squeeze to stop and slide a little bit at a time. So easy.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it you're rappelling down then?
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that. That's a good idea, Zoe.
Do you want me to go first, James?
Yeah. Show me how to do it.
Okay.
I mean, I believe you. You show me how to do it, so I can watch.
So yeah, I pick up the rope. I kind of pull it around back behind my waist, and then down through like my legs, and I use some of my shirt or my gloves or something to hold on to the rope, and I start rappelling down.
All right, you rappel down slowly and carefully, and the front of the building is a little bit inset, so it's inset, so it's kind of hard to get a footing
Oh,
if you're
did
doing it
somebody
like
say?
that.
Oh,
But
never mind.
nope. But you are able to slowly and carefully make your way all the way down to the bottom.
Sweet. And then I just kind of point up, and I make double thumbs up symbol, really, really cheesy, and that's the end of my turn.
All right, you make it to the bottom, and the rope is still attached to you, and the rest of your party is up there staring down at you.
No, I would take the rope off from around my waist now that I'm down there.
Okay, you untie the rope from your waist.
It wasn't
Yeah.
tied. It was, friction. Never mind. Anyways, yeah.
You
so I
unwrap
take
the rope from your waist.
So what does Zach see? Is he at the front door of the castle now?
Yep, he's standing right in front of the doors, and they are closed shut, and the torches are off.
Is the drawbridge behind him or in front of him?
The drawbridge is behind him, and the gate is shut, and the bridge is up.
Oh. So we still can't get out. Oh, but our cart is there with Vladimir, so we could totally drag those chests out here and push them out the window. and let all the money out.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna do that. So we want to go back in and drag the chests out here, and then just kind of like dump them out the window, and then start scooping them up with our Biggie has a shovel. No, I think Vanya has a shovel, and I'm gonna scoop them up
Wait.
into the chest.
all of them, or just the ones you unlock?
Just the ones we unlocked.
Okay.
We could tie the bottom of the rope to the chest and then lower it down a little bit at a time so we don't have to dump them and make all that noise.
Whatever. Either way.
In that
We have
case, I
enough
back the
We
wagon
have enough
up
rope.
to where the rope goes down. I pull back the cover a little bit so that whatever gets dropped or goes down lands in the wagon.
Okay, so Biggie is going to drag the two chests to the window.
All right.
And then we're going to, one by one, fashion a rope, knot it around the chest, and lower them out the window.
All right. It takes several of you to hoist the rope, but you're able to do it with ease, and you hoist it down safely to the bottom with a clunk. And you do the same for the next chest. Clunk. They're both down there.
Okay, and we load them up
I
into the
load
cart.
them up into the wagon.
Yeah, and then
All
I
right,
think we should just keep going through the dungeon and then look for that other key and see what else we find.
So he's down there like, you guys coming?
Oh, Biggie, find
Well, I'm not that worried. Either way, shit goes down.
Biggie's
Alright.
gonna go down and help.
All right.
Help.
And then we'll
I
just.
thought, were you guys? Oh, okay.
Should we leave one of... Excuse me. Should we leave the rope here, so that we just have this as a way to get in and out, or should we take it with us and just? I kind of think maybe we should just leave a rope here because that way, if we come back,
We have to leave the rope here because we can't
So-
untie the rope at the top and have everybody at the bottom at the same time. Someone would have to stay up, so we have to
okay.
leave the rope
So
there.
I think Big E is gonna. I'm gonna cross off his rope. So it's hemp rope, and it is now crossed out. So this Big E is gonna leave his rope here. Oh, and you can update your pitons, however many Jake says you needed.
You can take them back,
Have
or
you
you're leaving
used-
them there. Yeah. So you put 3 pitons in, and I'm erasing Big E's rope.
Yep.
Okay, I know.
We'll leave these here, but then that'll give us a shortcut to when we come back. And Big E can just buy some more rope. He's rich. He's got a whole bunch of gold now.
Yeah. All right.
Bye-bye.
The chests are at the bottom, and Big E and Zoe are also at the bottom, with the rest of the party up in the top.
Okay, now that we've loaded the chests up, I'm gonna go and climb back up the rope, and then motion for everyone to head down the stairs. Keep the NPCs close by, as we just behind us as we descend, so that we don't, leave them to get attacked or something.
Where are you guys going? Zoe's still at the bottom.
So we come back
In
up.
the
We're going
courtyard.
down these stairs right here.
Okay, I want to go ahead and start climbing up.
All right, you climb up the rope, and it's a little bit slippery in the rain, but you're able to make it up safely, with time, enough caution. Doing it in a rush, you might not be able to make it as quickly and easily, but given that you have a little bit of time, you're able to kind of safely navigate your way up it. And it is about noon now. You guys have been here for 30 minutes since you've arrived.
And ropes and climbing up and down ropes is something my character would probably naturally be adept at because she's a whatever it is when you study ancient people. And so she's often having to go into places like that and climb and get around ancient temples.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's gonna
I'm
bug
an
me that I can't remember
archaeologist.
the word. It was not an archaeologist.
That's not the word, but that's Indiana
the
Jones.
study of society. It's close to archaeology.
Anthropologist.
That's what it is. Thank you.
So you climb up, and you're at the top now, crunching on the shattered glass, the window, and your party is ready to head down the stairs. Right?
Yeah.
Down we go.
All right. Place your characters as you would like. All right. Big E is leading. You descend the stairs, and it climbs down a couple of feet, and ends on a landing. Let's see, hold on. Trying to figure out how to read this.
Whoa.
um. Okay, so the alcove, the stair, no. You descend the stairs and arrive at a landing 20 feet wide by 40 feet long. Stone arches support a ceiling covered with frescoes 20 feet overhead. The frescoes depict armored knights on horseback, their finer features faded beyond recognition. Dust floats in the air here, and at the wall you're on, at each end of the south wall, the wall you're on and the other wall, a staircase rises up to the area you just came from. Between the staircases are twin alcoves, each one containing a standing suit of armor covered with dark stains. Each suit of armor clutches a mace, the business end of which is shaped like a dragon's head. Words engraved on the arches above the suits of armor have been scratched out. And Big E descends the stairs to the first floor, of course, because where else would stairs go? Up a level, down a level.
But we're 50 feet in the air on the second story.
Yeah, from the courtyard.
That is really, really high up for a second floor. I'm not
It's a
complaining,
castle.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a really good point. They do have that.
Stairs are pretty big stairs. Do do do. No. How am I gonna?
Oh. Okay then. Uh-oh. Letter E, that's not good.
Letter E.
Letter E. Right by Big E. Got letter E next to K.
Oh, wait, what the hell is that?
Letter E.
Wait, what is that? Hold
E
on.
stands for egg.
No, it's literally. I don't know what this is. It's
Oh, it's
literally
moving
called
around.
E.
Moving around.
Oh. E. I remember what that was. E's not there.
Uh-huh. Suits of armor.
I think we all know what's going to happen. Or at
So
least
yeah.
you, because we're not down there yet. So you know what's going to happen.
Let me see. Hold on one sec. Let me read this entry here. Make sure there's nothing I'm missing. I had to read it kind of backwards. So, there's also massive stairs descending down at the end, at this end of it, and you can see where you're going. So, that's not a surprise. So I had to read it backwards to make sure I was saying it right. So let me just double check that. Okay, continue.
Oh, hey guys, come on down. It looks like this is the way back out or whatever. Oh, hello, suits of armor. What's this over here? I want to investigate the suit of armor.
Resist the chill touch.
All right, so you walk up in front of the suit of armor and investigate it.
Yeah, with my eyes.
I mean, you did that. Okay. As you step in front of the suit of armor, you step on the floor in front of it, and you hear. Hold on. What's your passive perception?
12.
Yeah, you step in front of the statue, and you hear a click as you put about a third of your weight on it, and the statue, let's see, holds up its mace and launches forward and swings at you. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Ah!
It flails its arms and holds its mace out in front of it and steps forward and swings at it.
Natural 20. I'm telling you, the combat stuff, Biggie always succeeds. He's big, he's tough, you can't kill him. But when it comes to wits and brains, him's no good. Natural 20 plus whatever my bonus is.
I guess that's not a bad thing. So the statue juts out in front of you, and you're a little bit startled, but you were kind of looking at it, paying attention. So it juts out, and you just kind of jump out of the way.
Cartwheel
and
out of the way.
You cartwheel out of the way with a 20, sure. Natural 20. And it swings forward all the way to the end of the hallway, and then it kind of stops and slides back into its alcove, and you hear a cackle echo through this room, and it goes,
I cast minor.
sounds like it's on
sorry.
like a loop. No, you're good. It sounds like it's on like it's playing like a recording, and then it
okay.
stops after a couple of laughs.
Okay, well, even though it's obviously just a recording and not an actual person, I cast minor illusion to do the same laugh, but in a mocking way back at it. And I step away from the other statue, and I in fact jump the 10 feet to get across this space to go to the stairs.
All right, you with your strength score, you easily leap across the 10-foot gap in front of the statue, and you land at the top of the staircase and catch yourself as you slide. As you do that, your party begins descending down the staircase and walking towards the statues. And I believe Zoe was in front behind you, so Zoe steps down the stairs. and y'all continue with whatever you want to do.
I can jump 7 feet horizontally without a running start.
Really?
According to this calculator, I Googled.
D&D 5e jumping. I'm
I
leaning
want
back.
to go
I'm
back
not,
there
I'm not
and do the
staying
jump
search
and
it.
everything too when he's done.
Me three.
I tell them not to
Long
step
jump.
in front of the.
Oh yeah. So if you're no, you're good. If you're standing still, you can only leap half of your strength. But if you running jump, you can jump 10. You would know that you have to get a running start, and it's only 10 feet. So if you start at the back of the wall, it's at least 20 feet to get up there.
Yeah.
So anyone
your
with a strength score of 10 or higher.
Your strength is your
Yeah.
distance you can jump basically.
I don't know how good Arabelle's strength is.
We might have to
Uh,
throw her.
Have her come
I
down
bet I
these
could do it. I could
stairs.
succeed in throwing her.
No, just have her come. Have her go up and come down the other side.
That's true.
Oh
I
my
didn't even
God.
think of that. There's
I
literally
feel-
two. There's literally 2 stairs, and one of them comes out on the safe side.
I feel so stupid. Oh my god.
Well, your party starts walking down the stairs. They don't know anything about the statues, so Arabelle and Irina are starting to walk. They see some of you guys jumping across, and they're like, "Oh, don't know what's going on."
McGee is going to shout at them and say, "Don't get in front of the statues. They're trapped."
Irina has already walked in front of this first one, and she says, "What are you talking about? This is not a trap." She steps around with the trap door or the pressure plate going click 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 under her feet. She's walking forward. She stops and says, "Well, what do you want me to do then?"
Jump.
Well, now just get across.
She says, "Jump." Do that, and she turns back and jumps across. And then she looks back at Arabelle, and Vanya says, I can, try to carry you?" Or she goes, "No, I can jump it. Here, watch." She pulls up her sleeves.
I want to stand
and
near the edge, ready to grab her if she doesn't quite make it but gets close. I'm ready in that action.
she hikes up her pantaloons or whatever so they don't get in the way, and she charges forward, and she jumps and leaps from right here, and she stumbles and trips, and the tip of her foot catches the pressure plate, and it goes click, and then she falls forward and tumbles to the side. She touched it with her stumbling but didn't quite trigger it, and she lands in Zoe's arms. She goes, "See? Told you. Amateurs." Vanya jumps across.
I give Biggie the middle finger when she says that.
And McGee gives it back sarcastically and shakes his head. Oh.
He doesn't know what sarcasm is.
I don't know what
It's
sarcasm
one of those
is.
long words.
Oh,
I don't
sure.
know how to modulate
I
the
don't
volume
know
of my voice.
Oh, McGee doesn't know what sarcasm is. Sure, that's how it is.
You're going to die, not. No, that's not how it works. You say the joke, not.
Not.
Yeah, so you descended. You know what? There's actually markings on here. Mr. Oh, this seems like a lot. Those staircases descended 20 feet, and this massive staircase descends 30 feet. So it's exactly 50 feet up. 30 and then 20.
Okay, that's insane to me.
It's,
I just realized that I
yeah.
could have told Arabelle to go back up and around.
And they're 20 feet. Yeah, literally. And you all literally said that, but no one actually told her. The staircase is 20 feet wide. This is like a massive, room size. This staircase is wider than my room is long. It's a huge, massive stone staircase just ascending into the ceiling of this massive castle. It's a pretty huge castle. You walk down and you see the giant room with all the gargoyles perched in the rafters.
I cast Chill Touch on the nearest gargoyle. Because that'll tell me if it's alive.
Yeah, it will. Well, as you enter the room, you look up and you're like, just in case, better be safe. And you cast Chill Touch on the nearest gargoyle. Can you read Chill Touch for me?
Yes. Hold on. Crap. I was hoping it wasn't gonna... I was hoping I was gonna get like with the armor and like, okay, you cast Chill Touch and it does nothing. But now you're like, oh, read me this spell. I'm like, oh shit. Okay, 120-foot range. You create a ghostly skeletal hand in the space of the creature within range. Make a... Oh, you don't even have to be able to see it. That's cool. Make a ranged spell attack.
Nice.
Against the creature to assail it with the Chill of the Grave. On a hit, the target takes... Oh, you're moving the whole map.
Fuck. What the hell did I just do?
I don't know, but I feel like
I clicked some button and it like unlocked some layers, and I unlocked those. Sorry, continue reading it. I don't know what it was doing.
On hit, it's 1d8 necrotic and can't regain hit points. Blah 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 blah. So a skeletal hand is created in the space of a creature, and then a ranged spell attack as the hand tries to grab the creature.
Okay, so it's a spell attack against only a creature, not against an object.
Yes.
Okay, so if you're targeting an object, nothing
It
happens.
won't even appear, because it says it appears in the space of a creature. So if I try to do it and it's not a creature, then it just will fail.
Okay, but if you're targeting a creature, then a skeletal hand will appear on it if your attack hits. You do still have to make the attack roll, because it could just miss outright and then nothing would happen. So you might have to cast it multiple times to see any effect.
It seems like if it's a creature and it misses, I would be able to tell, as opposed to it's an object and doesn't do anything.
I'm gonna say no. That way we can just say you have to roll an attack every time. I don't know what I was thinking last time.
Okay, fine.
You do still have to roll an attack. And if it misses, then you don't know. But if it hits, like if you want to sit there and keep casting so you get a natural 20 and nothing still happens, then you know for sure it's safe.
I feel like if it misses and it doesn't start attacking me, then I'm going to assume I can proceed. I mean, I'm not going to just keep sitting there effing with it until something happens. I'm just going to attack every statue and object and a suit of armor I go by.
That's the main thing, is so you can't just do that. You have to actually hit it in order to find anything out. So go ahead and make an attack roll against nearest statue.
Okay, so spell attack, and that's a natural 1, so doesn't do anything. Anyway,
all right.
So much for my combat rolls.
Nothing happens. Your spell goes and poofs in the air, but fortunately, it doesn't matter whether you hit or not, because the gargoyles all crane their necks to look at you and flap their wings and come to life.
Okay.
And
all right. Well,
this
better to know.
This
is a battle I was trying to avoid, but whatever.
We're all suspicious of the gargoyles, but we went up and came back around. But whatever, fine. Get them out of the way.
This new table plop is literally awful. Like, I actually want to switch to something different. It's when you duplicate something, it instantly pops up and tells you to edit it. There's the visible button is just nowhere to be found. Where is visible?
What?
Where is visible? It's just there's just nothing. He just completely has ruined the entire layout and everything.
Do you not make your creature? You don't make your creatures in advance?
Well, I didn't expect you guys to fight the gargoyle necessarily, and there's too many creatures in here for me to make them all in advance.
Oh, come on.
There's 8 gargoyle statues. They all crane their necks and look at you and flap their wing, and everyone can go ahead and roll initiative.
Good fucking job, Biggie.
Wow, he really begeed that one.
Oh, God.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I just started to convince myself maybe they weren't. Maybe they were just statues. I mean, I don't know. Okay, well, guess it pays to be paranoid. Okay, do you guys want to start battle now, or do you want to end here and start with it next time?
Let's end here.
Yeah, we can end here. You guys did a lot of exploring and stuff. Yeah, I don't want to start a big old combat. Also, I won't tell you to look up gargoyles, but they're CR2. Just FYI. And there's 8 of them. So...
Some.
Goodbye, Biggie. Hello, running out the door.
Yeah, standing and fighting a swarm of gargoyles might not be the smartest idea. That's not meta. I'm just kind of like letting you know.
Well,
They're not little
well,
baby gargoyles. They're full size, big old boys.
If Biggie does piss them off, we'll all hang back and wait for him to die. So when the gargoyles fly back up, we'll run by and grab his corpse and drag it out the door.
You know what, Biggie?
We're
You've
not
earned this. You've been. Sorry, what, Ervin?
not letting McGee die.
Well, if all of you die, then it doesn't matter.
Jeez.
Biggie has earned this. You've been failing all your knowledge checks. You got a nat 20 dex save. Go ahead and make an intelligence arcana check to see what you know about gargoyle.
Oh, jeez. I usually biff these. Okay, oh, good. Okay, well, I have a plus
Get a high
5.
one so I can give you a nice big.
I do. I rolled a 14, and that's plus 5, so 19 Arcana.
All right,
Or
and I will
remember
give you
gargoyles.
a +1 bonus situational. Not that it matters, because I'll just tell you whatever I want anyway. But you get a +1 situational for the dark horrors that you've seen in your life, because gargoyles were definitely a part of that. They can fly 60 feet.
Fuck.
They've got pretty strong armor, and they are resistant to non-magical attacks that aren't adamantine. And they are immune to poison, exhaustion, petrification, and poison. And they can see in the dark. They can't see invisibility, though, so...
So, what classes are we making for 2 weeks from now? Characters.
Whatever ones you think can come and drag your other characters' corpses out of the building. You got an escape route upstairs. You got a window with a rope hanging down. You're
Wait,
just
if
gonna
we
be
did that,
hauling
why
ass.
did we go this way instead of just going down the road?
Because you guys were
Because you wanted to
following
keep
me.
exploring.
And McGee was
Why
just
did you
going
do
down the
that?
stairs. No one told him
Oh,
to stop.
wow.
He came downstairs, and then
This
he
is so
walked
fucking
over,
stupid.
and he saw the gargoyles, and he was like, "Okay, I guess I'm gonna find out if they're bad guys."
Well,
And then he found out.
I thought there was a reason we were going to go down the stairs. Like, there was something else we had to do on the way. I was like, okay, this is weird. I've loaded the wagon and I'm climbing back up. But, I guess that's what we're going to do.
Gotta communicate to your party. You don't want to activate 8 gargoyles.
I mean, yeah, if McGee is
Okay.
gonna be leading the way, he's gonna make McGee decisions. I mean, that's how it is.
Roll Biggie rolls.
Okay.
You
so
guys are
we-
fine. You got
if we-
options.
Run back up the stairs. Well, here's the thing, though. Even if we go out the window, the drawbridge is up, so we'll be trapped in the courtyard. But we could run back up, and we could run inside, and we could block ourselves behind that door in the room, and then we just look at the guy and be like, don't open this door. And then the other side, gadung, 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 as there's 8 gargoyles, and then we just brace the door, and then okay, we can't go that way. That kind of seems like what our option is. McGee can cast, or can use his blade song to get maximum running distance, because they're going to be coming after him. And he can try to cast Misty Step. He can try to cast invisibility, so yeah, just everyone haul ass back to that room. Because that's our only chance.
Has he
is
actually
to-
woken it up yet?
Huh? Yeah.
Do what?
Have you actually woken the gargoyle yet?
Oh yeah. Oh, they're craning
Oh,
their
right.
necks. As soon as he stepped foot in the room, he was like, pew, and they're like, "Grr."
Even
They haven't
if
like
he
started
didn't-
attacking yet, but they are awake.
Even if he didn't attack them, they probably were gonna notice him, I'm guessing. And so that's why he attacked, because it's like, okay, if these gargoyles are gonna attack, I'm gonna try to get an attack on them first. But I got a natural 1. But I mean, the only options are to go into this room or to backtrack all the way back to the stairs. So,
Backtrack.
I mean, well, we could have.
You had a
but
couple
now
of different doors.
Now we have to.
Let's
Yeah, I know.
Back up and see if they chase us. They might not even chase you. They might have noticed you and then saw you go back into the castle and leave you alone. So start backing up like you would from a giant brown bear. Back up slowly.
I have invisibility and Misty Step, so I mean, you guys should basically we're just gonna run, and then we're gonna hope that we can just escape this battle. I mean, worst case, we can funnel them all the way to that room and then just take them on one at a time. But yeah, really, we just need to get some kind of escape. So, but
Everybody take this ladder. We don't have to jump.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, whatever.
But we'll do that next time because we need to start initiative order, and hopefully we get high initiatives and all that stuff. So,
yeah, if you guys get high initiative, I mean, you can just
I got a 21. I thought that we were rolling initiative. I just wasted a good roll.
Oh, that was your initiative. No, we'll take that. 21. It's in the chat. Chat save.
Fine.
I
then
thought
I'm gonna roll too.
I thought you said everybody rolled. So
Anyone can roll if they want. I don't like rolling it pre because it's like if you got a shitty one, then it's like the following week you're going in thinking you got some shitty initiative. But yeah, I won't roll the gargoyles till next week. So
Big E is 20. Fine. Then mark down all of our initiatives, and then it'll be dramatic when you roll the gargoyles. So Big E has 20. That's I've got 18 plus 2.
Gloves and shoes to count too.
I'm gonna roll Vanya. And are you still there, Irvin?
Yes, I'm here.
You can roll your initiative if you want to. Everyone else is, but
16.
Get a really, really high number, no matter what
I
you
got
do.
a
6?
16.
16.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's not bad.
okay, you guys got pretty good numbers. Might not be match up great with what the NPCs have, but what is her initiative? Hold on, since we're doing this, let me do it right. Let me look up the stat block. Oh yeah, 5e tools is broken, isn't it?
I don't know. Oh, last I checked, yeah,
I'll-
I think so.
I'll do it later. I'm doing it in private anyway. So, okay, yep, you guys all have your initiative rolls, so it's all down to a single roll at the start of the encounter that determines your fate. My roll to determine the gargoyles' initiative.
You
All
could
right,
fudge
well,
a low
good
roll,
game.
you know? You could, just saying, you could be like, oh, they got an 8. Oh.
if it happens to be coincidentally the exact number that you guys need, yeah. But I'll just roll hers flat, and then I'll add the modifier manual. So
You'll
she
be
got a
fine,
12.
man.
So you guys are all above 10. I'm not telling you what Arabelle got. And
Did you do Vanya?
I did Vanya. Vanya got a 14. So we've got, in ascending order, it's 12, 14, 16, 20, 21. So as long as the gargoyles roll like below a 10, you guys will all get to act first. And I'm assuming you're just hauling ass back up the stairs and leaping out the window. So how far is that?
Well, either out the window. I was thinking to go into the room with the guy.
Oh,
He's gonna love that.
that's what you were saying.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
if we
you
go out
could.
the window, we're just gonna be here, which is just on the other side of the
True.
gargoyle. So it seems like if we really wanted to get away, we would want to run back in the room because. Oh yeah, glitching out. Okay, well
You're kind of back now. So
Oh, okay, good. Okay, just a couple things real quick before I end the stream. I wanted to tell you that so you can't hear like the soundtrack that I'm playing in the background, but usually I try to have something playing while we're playing, like music or ambient. Like I'll type in, Ravenloft Castle ambient or Valaki Village. There's actually a ton of like ambient soundtracks tailored to D&D campaigns and stuff. It's awesome. So earlier I was playing one that it was kind of like music, and it was like perfect timing when you were doing the role play of the guy. Like right as he was like freaking out, "Are you trying to trick me?" The music was like building up in this intensity, like a psycho kind of music, and that happened like at a couple of points. And then later on, I switched it to a different ambience that had like rain and stuff because we were like more in the outside area of the castle. And then you said something about how Well, it's kind of wet because it's raining, and right after you said that, there was like this thunder roll. So it's like it just but randomly it's been like soundtracked really good, just the things that are happening. But no one else can hear that but me and the stream. It'll be recorded on the stream, but I'm just like every time that happens. But you know you can't hear it, so kind of lame.
That's pretty cool though. I mean, just for the stream though.
Yeah, because I mean, we only play it once, but you know, if we just watch it twice, then it's already been twice as much on the stream.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I think it'd be cool to watch it and you kind of like watch it and see what happened and get a recap for yourself because you're paying attention when you're playing, but you can go back and watch it and it's like watching a movie.
Yeah, and it's cool, but yeah, you know what? Actually, so not on this stream, but the other one. I screwed something up, and then I forgot about it the next week. So I, when I was effing with my audio inputs, trying to fix them, I accidentally doubled the input. So you guys sound fine, but my voice is echoed because it's like being immediately doubled. I don't know if you've ever heard that on a stream. That happens sometimes, And so it's just really annoying, and maybe most of the time it's not that much, but then if I like laugh or say something loud, it's really jarring and annoying. But you guys sound fine. And then and Strahd is fine because I have different settings for each of my different games because I have all these different images and setups and stuff. So so my game, it was screwed up. Forgot to fix it. For your game, it was fine. Then my game again, it was screwed up again. So this time I finally went back and fixed it. So it'll be fine on mine. But yeah, 2 in a row. And it's so annoying. And whenever I go back to watch it, I'm just going to be hearing that. And it's going to be frustrating. And it'll be hard to enjoy because my voice is... But at least you guys sound fine. So not the whole thing is screwed up, just whenever I talk. Of course, it is my game. Yeah. So I'm kind of talking a lot. But whatever. Okay. Oh, and I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream, but then you guys can stay on for just a second because I was gonna talk to you about next week and stuff. So,